right, we are live.
Nope. What happened?
All right. Anyway, okay, no, we're good. This part we just edit out afterwards. But welcome back to Unguided Punks. I am your host. All right. You know what? I'm sick and tired of saying I'm your host because we all are the hosts here. I am one of your hosts, Dom, here with my other host, Cameron. Oh wait, no, that's not Cameron. That's Rob.
Oh no, I have been caught. I am Rob.
um.
Yeah, Cam's dead, y'all.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, I just don't know.
he's busy. He's busy. Like he told us a week or two ago that he was going to be very busy for work. So I'm like,
Yeah, it's
it's
terrible.
unfortunate.
It sucks. I miss having Cam on with us because he's just always great to have. Great to have his presence around. Great to have his opinion put in and his opinion to say. But we got to keep the show rolling. Rob, how are you this fine day? I know you said you weren't feeling too good.
No, it's been like a couple of days where I've been feeling kind of off. Even yesterday, a bit of rain hit me, so I think I'm coming down with something, unfortunately. So let's hope it's nothing too
Um,
bad.
I feel that I've been going through a little bit of. I've also been going through a little bit of like an offness as well recently. Um,
Yeah, it's the season is going up and down. We had like a pretty colder week last week, and then now it's back to being warm. So I think everyone's kind of feeling it. But we are back today for a new episode. What is this episode 4 or 5?
this is episode 5 of
Yeah, you didn't get an
of
episode last week, y'all. We're so sorry. But
Yeah, last week we were too busy. We just kept pushing back, which sucked. But at least we're back now, which is good. And yeah, I mean, let's get rolling. And by get rolling, I mean let's actually get mad because um,
let's be mad.
I don't even know what to say. Like,
I'm not even gonna get mad. I've just accepted what it is, bro. I've actually just accepted it.
so WWE, of course. On a positive note, before we do get mad, Mike Santana did appear last night on NXT, so very happy that we have Mike Santana in NXT. That's very something I'm looking forward to because I actually really do like Mike Santana. Um, and yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can. What are you laughing at?
I love that you're trying to find a positive to this.
Well, I mean that is a positive. Mike Santana is a great talent. I think he always is. I've always thought he was a great talent when he was in TNA when he's doing the NXT TNA partnership. So I'm very excited to see him on NXT, and I think him and Tony D'Angelo is going to be really fun to watch. Now to the negatives. SummerSlam.
Everything,
All right,
everything, yo. Wait, you want me to start? I'll start the conversation.
go.
So, SummerSlam is next week.
Yes, next week.
Yeah, so SummerSlam is next week, and we have,
Nine
I
matches.
think, okay, 8 or 9 matches. I was gonna say,
I
great
have the
matches on
chart
paper. Yeah,
pulled up.
great matches on paper. Let's be honest. I'll give
Eh,
them that.
I don't know about that one, but
Yeah, you don't think so? I mean, based on what we've been getting these past couple of weeks, I think this is a good card. But do I trust the show to deliver? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, so going into this, let's talk about main event 9-1. That's probably going to be Punk and Cody, which is, I'll be honest, they're selling it. They're trying their best to sell it. But you look at guys like Sammy and Gunther, and you're like, well, they
I
kind of
feel
get screwed.
bad for Sammy because
Mhm.
the 9 day reign, and then on top of that too, you go from being the champion for 9 days, and then now you're being put back into like such a smaller position. Like, and they did write him off TV with like a mental health break type thing. So it's like, if my opinion, it's kind of stupid. It involves Sammy in this. I think at Money in the Bank we should get Sammy versus Punk. I think that's the rematch we need, and we've seen how even calling to their match back in the beginning of the month where Sammy lost the title to Punk. Every time they wrestle, they both really put magic on. They're just two incredible superstars. Punk is one of the best wrestlers of all time, and Sammy is just incredible in his own right. So
I mean, that's the thing. Like, they're both incredible in their own rights. That's why this whole Cody Punk situation, it didn't need a title. It
It's
didn't.
you can make the same argument with Cody and Randy. Cody and Randy did not need
It
a title.
didn't need a title. So that's why I'm annoyed. Like everything, every major rivalry is like they're involving a title, and I'm like, there's no point. There's literally no point. So you screw guys like Sammy, you screw guys like Gunter. Gunter has his match against all this, but again, good rivalry. But it's more like these guys have been doing their jobs, making these rivalries good. Dom is gone, by the way. And you feel bad for guys like Gunter because Gunter is 0-5 against Cody. And if he's 0-5 against Cody, then this guy that retired John Cena, this guy that retired Goldberg, this guy that retired AJ Styles, what do you do with this? What do you actually do with this? It becomes very apparent that this company doesn't know what they're doing. And you just feel bad. You just feel bad because you got such a good talent, a major talent that's capable of performing in and out of the ring, making magic out of nothing. His rivalry with Aldis is incredible. Even though I'm not a fan that he's a rival of Aldis, I'd rather see him do bigger things. But I just don't know. This company bores me.
I mean, it's cool we get Nick Aldis versus Gunther, but like there's no benefit to it.
No, there's not. I mean, I guess they trust him to get Aldis back into the ring. And I know they're going to have a great match and Aldis is going to be safe. But at the same time, I'm like, you can do better. You can genuinely do better with this guy because at the same time, Aldis doesn't really need to face Gunther of all people. Especially if he beats him, then it gets a bit weird in your like WWE lore, where it's like the guy that retired the greatest of all time suddenly loses against the general manager. Like
I
it's
mean,
weird.
granted for what it is, Nick Aldis, or as his ring name Magnus. Magnus is Nick Aldis is a really good performer, so I'm really excited to see what the in-ring work can look like for the match. That's for me what I want to see more is how the in-ring work is. And I'm not gonna lie, even that has not been enjoyable recently.
No, the in ring work is definitely lacking. It's been lacking for a couple of years now. It's like every now and then they're gonna let a match go above 15 minutes, and it's gonna be great because that's what we want. We want longer matches because some matches take time to build up. So it's
But
unfortunate they've been limiting everything to like less than 15 minutes because they want to run so many more ads, so many more this and that. Like, it's annoying. It's really annoying.
yeah,
You
that's why
lose a
they
lot of
have.
magic.
That's why instead of having room for or for Tiffany Stratton defending her title on the card, we have her in the 5-way ladder match. The
That is
when we
actually so stupid, by the way. So stupid. Isn't like Minnesota her hometown as well?
Minnesota is her hometown,
So
so
why not just have her defend the title and have JC Jane, who was an up and coming star, in the match, have her moments? And
if
we're going to
I
talk about this whole interim situation. By the way, I find it so dumb.
by that point, and this is no disrespect to Rhea Ripley, one of my favorite, if not my favorite women's superstar right now, just have her vacate the title.
Yes, absolutely.
There
She
is
should have
no
vacated
point.
this title.
There is no point to have an interim star.
And it doesn't make sense. So what are we going to do? Are we going to make the interim champion lose the title and then give it back to Rhea? Because if you're giving it back to Rhea, what's the point of doing this interim champion? Are you going to run a rivalry like, oh, I was champion while you were gone, and then you came back and you won the title back, even though you were injured? I don't trust them to run that. I just simply don't trust them to run that. So my thing is, what they have to do is let the interim champion be champion. And when Rhea comes back, it is a match for Rhea to try to win the title, but she doesn't. And then you can go about that. Like you left, you lost the title, you got your opportunity, and you can't get it back, and you rework her character. You, plus, you can't keep being this title hunting champion or title hunting wrestler, and it won't work. It will get boring, even though she is like arguably the biggest female star today. I just don't think she's someone that should constantly be in a title picture. It just doesn't work for her. So for me, bad decision. JC Jane had incredible momentum going into the main roster, and they have done what they always do with young stars, and they have cooled her off. They have cooled her off. This was an opportunity for her to possibly go back and earn a bit of like momentum going into like WrestleMania season, maybe. But I'm yapping a lot, y'all. But it's because Dom's not here. You guys won't see this, but I'm just trying to like.
I'm here. I'm just on mute. So,
Yeah,
but
so
I was gonna say there's still two more contestants that are still in the match. So maybe JC has potential for going in there.
I mean, they're giving Nia Jax two opportunities to get in there,
The
and I'm
fact
like,
we're having Nia in here, when mind you, not having Jordan Grace, who has not been seen on television since April, the end of April, mind you, is mind-boggling.
and you know what the excuse they gave? We don't have any creative direction for her.
All right, like that's BS if you ask me. There's so much you can do with Jordan Grace.
There's so much you can do with half this roster, yet we're stuck with the same five people at the top, and it's just so frustrating. Like there's no exploration anymore. So I don't really get the plan moving forward with WWE because even you know what? Let's talk about this. I watched a couple clips from Unreal season 3.
I just finished it. I absolutely love it. It was I always liked Unreal. I always like that where it gives you that. It gives you the behind the scenes of the business, how everything works in a sense. But at the same time, I also agree with the fact that you brought up multiple times that it should just be like, this is a business where you just have to like keep our mouth shut on everything and just make it seem like the big spectacle that it should be.
Right. I mean, I guess I'm someone that's very old school. I like that they keep the how do you call it, the behind the scene, and we don't get a glimpse at that because we know it's fake, but at the same time, we like to keep some sort of suspension of disbelief that certain things happen because they happen naturally and whatnot. I'm not trying to find out that Michael Hayes did this. I'm not trying to find out that Jason Jordan did this. Wait, what was his name? Was it Jason Jordan? Who am I
Maybe
thinking?
Bobby Roode, are you thinking of?
No, Chad Gable's old tag partner.
Yeah, Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan was his name, right? Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to think about stuff like this. I don't want to hear their insight on why they decided X, Y, and Z. I just want to watch wrestling. And one of the things I wanted to come to mentioning this is we found out that Braun Breaker was supposed to win the Rumble this year.
And Triple H said, "Oh, because of his overexposure, we're not going to have him win." Which, if you ask me, I can understand that, but at the same time, you still could have went that direction.
No, I think it's. I don't even understand it. I think it's genuinely stupid. Because we remember what happened when they turned on Seth and the overall positive reaction people had to Braun Breaker with the title. That picture where he looked like Batista, and you decided to not capitalize on that.
And now you have the reports of Braun being unhappy with his creative direction. And
Yeah,
honestly,
because currently he's Ryback. They turned him into Ryback. This is Ryback with Curtis Axel.
yeah, you know
I said
what?
this 2 weeks ago. Like this is Ryback with Curtis Axel.
I agree with that. I actually kind of agree with that. I mean, I definitely do think it's going to take a lot for them to undo what they're doing with Braun. It's going to take a lot.
It's insane. The Vision storyline has turned into a nightmare, a genuine nightmare. Like Austin Theory's leading it. Paul Heyman's there for some reason.
But then
Logan
he's
Paul,
like there. Logan is just
apparently he's having a rivalry with Tom Brady. I saw like
yeah. And they're supposed to do it for Mania next year, which is just stupid.
like what's happening? Braun Breaker was supposed to be
The
going for
next
the main
guy
title. He was the next guy with Obafemi, with Jacob,
with Trick.
with Trick, all these guys, and they're turning them into mid card shenanigans. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I
This
do want
company
to.
is so afraid. They are so afraid because they fucked up with Roman when he was a face when he was young,
Huh.
and now because the overall reaction to WWE is negative, they don't want to take a risk anymore. So I'm like, I don't know what the goal is. Obafemi, they completely removed his King of the Ring thing. I don't get like this guy that everyone absolutely loves and can actually see as a legitimate threat. You got Roman politicking about some. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to face Oba. He's still young. He's still learning. What are you fucking talking about? What are you actually talking about? I don't get it. So my thing with WWE right now, and especially with the bloodline, and especially with everything that's going on beyond the mid card scene, we have hit a roadblock, and this roadblock is not gonna change. It's not gonna develop into something better. We are fucked. This company is fucked. And I'll say it now. In 5 years' time, if they keep doing what they're doing right now, this company will die. We like saying this WWE, they won't die. It will die. Because right now, SummerSlam, you're selling tickets for $25. WWE in 2026 is selling tickets for $25.
That's just insane to me that they're selling tickets for that low of a price.
Because no one's going. Because no one cares about the Shield lore. We don't fucking care. It's done. It's been done for years. Cody and Punk, you're making it the night one main event when it's supposed to be the night two main event, being the biggest rivalry in your fucking company right now. But you're so stuck in 2013. You're so stuck in 2014, 15, 16 with the Shield. You can't fucking move on. And it is embarrassing. I don't know what the end goal is. This whole bloodline situation is just boring me to hell.
On a quick side note, I'm very sorry. My parents were down here. They're doing a lot of stuff. That's why I was having you kind of yap for a while. So I'm very, very sorry that you had to kind of leave the conversation. But I'm happy, though, because we did get some good things out of this conversation.
You got the Rob Yap, bro.
What?
Rob Yap.
the Rob Yap. But, I mean, looking at the card, and I wrote it down. I also fantasy booked some shit, too, to make it actually feel interesting. So, Seth versus Roman for the World Heavyweight Championship. Again, back to the
I don't care.
Insane. Shield power bomb, Shield power chair.
Oh, Shield despair.
Like, dude,
he
Shield vest.
Shield style.
Shield walk. Like, dude.
Shield fist.
Shield fit, exactly. Like, as much as I love Roman and Seth, they're two of the best wrestlers. There's no. I understand that they want to do it and they had to do it. So I'm happy we are getting the match because this could be the last dance for the both of them. But let's be honest here. Roman's going to retain. We already know how this is going to work. Like, come on. Then Punk and Cody.
Jacob fucking looks like Jay now. Fucking weak, bro. He's not even intimidating anymore.
They really massacred Jacob, dude. I swear. They really have. And that's why I'm scared when Zilla Fatu comes in.
Oh, he's going to come in at SummerSlam, trust.
No, I'm saying I'm scared for when they actually present him. Because they're just going to make him another Uso. Legitimately, they're going to make him another Uso. And then on top of that, too, tying in the Usos and Fatu, we have the Bloodline versus LA Knight, Royce Keith, and Solo Sikoa. That was me throwing my fucking remote, mind you, because that is the biggest fucking ChatGPT match I have ever heard of in my entire life.
It does feel like ChatGPT booking. I don't. You know in WWE, My Universe in 2K.
Yes, this feels like a My Universe mode.
You let it do its thing, and it suddenly is booking the most random shit.
This is the My Universe mode. What the fuck is this? And apparently we're seeing that Solo's going to turn on LA Knight and fucking Royce Keys at SummerSlam. Are we fucking serious? Because they're going to have Solo go back to the Bloodline, and hopefully they're going to have him as the enforcer again. No more Bloodline. I love the Bloodline. We already did what we had to do. No more, please.
Bloodline died at WrestleMania 40. Or if you want, it died at Netflix premiere.
Yes, it died at Netflix premiere. It should have stayed fucking dead. You wanted the Tongans, you should have had the Tongans be a tag team by themselves. You wanted to use who was it? You wanted to use Jacob Fatu, have Jacob Fatu just be a monster on the mid-card. You wanted to use Solo, we said it best. Have Solo be the Samoan Street Fighter. No, we had to drag on the Bloodline, bring in JC Mateo, bring in fucking Talatanga, and now we have Talatanga beating fucking Finn Balor on SmackDown, and JC Mateo is not even in the fucking company no more.
And all of this, right? All of this is to maybe have a Raw Roman match. You're not even sure. You're just building all of this. They're not even sure it's going to happen.
Bro, they're like, oh yeah, Rock Roman. This is our main event for WrestleMania 43. But you know what their backup is? What the main event of SummerSlam should have been.
Amen.
Which, speaking of, Oba Femi, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell. I guess, but there is no need for this match to be a trilogy.
It should have just ended at Mania when Obafemi beat Brock in 5 minutes, and it just elevated the guy, and just does nothing for him.
Honestly, I think that this rivalry is just, as much as I love Bob, I think this rivalry is just at like a stagnant point for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's because they don't want to run the whole Roman versus Obafemi match because Roman doesn't want to run it. He wants to keep his title. He wants to still be at the top instead of letting this young guy who's clearly over with the fans, who's clearly very good for his age, let him fly or do whatever he can to build this company up. They don't want that.
That's why I
They
made a joke in the group chat that they're gonna have Obafemi win the John Cena Classic. Which, by the way, where the fuck is that? We've heard announced, have heard nothing. Apparently, they're retooling the idea.
you want to develop young stars? No, 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 Idodo. I want to keep pushing my 50-year-olds.
And then Punk Cody, we said we had to say. Like, let's be honest here. Roman's beaten Seth. Punk's beaten Cody. Oba's beaten Brock and probably retiring him. And fucking the Bloodline, because of some fucking bullshit from Solo Sikoa or even a debuting Zilla Fatu, which would be fire, is beating LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys. And then on top of that, fucking Nick Aldis is losing against Gunther. Unless they actually have Nick Aldis win against Gunther. But knowing them,
That'll be
probably
stupid, though. That'll be very stupid because then what do you do with Gunther?
I was going to say that's why I think that what they're going to do is they're going to make this like another like retirement match. Have Nick Aldis versus Gunther be Nick Aldis' retirement match.
Dude, no, it would be stupid.
Well, we also had Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship.
Oh my fucking god! Okay, can we talk about Liv Morgan?
She has not defended her title once, mind you, on a fucking house show, and it doesn't even fucking matter. Are we fucking serious?
And on top of that, it's just unfortunate what you're doing with her character. She is just useless. Like, she does nothing.
Can we please get rid of Trouble? It's her theme song. I'm so sick and tired of hearing it. I was watching fucking Unreal today, and when I saw her doing the actual performance of it, I was like, can we please just remove this fucking song? We do not need this.
When they posted it a day before WrestleMania, I was genuinely like, I thought this was a troll. I thought this was horrible.
I looked at it. I did not even watch it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm for wrestlers exploring other stuff outside of wrestling, but well, did no one tell her that this was bad? Like, genuinely? I love supporting your friends and stuff, but damn.
At least one match I'm excited for is Chad Gable versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. That's just going to be a great, just an amazing match. I mean, this is Minnesota. It's Chad's home. This is the perfect time to pull the trigger to have him become Intercontinental Champion.
A part of me is so scared that they will fuck this up. But like, it's very simple. Give him 20 minutes in the ring and have Chad Gable win it, and it's a success. Exactly. You don't need anything else. You don't need interventions. You don't need to make it just a 10-minute match. Let them wrestle. That is all we ask for. Let them wrestle. Give them 20 minutes. Let them cook, and it will be an incredible match.
I think you give them at least like 16 or 17 or 18 minutes, and I still think you'll get a good match. Even with a 15-minute match, I think you still get something good out of them. We got something good out of Sheamus and Priest with their U.S. title match in SummerSlam 2021. That was like 15, 16 minutes.
That's all I ask for. I just want wrestlers to wrestle. I don't care about interventions. I don't care about a star or a movie star or some shit coming in and doing something to help the wrestler, the heel or whatever. I just want wrestlers to wrestle when I know they're good wrestlers as well. So that's why the Io versus Liv match, it's going to be Judgment Day intervention. It's going to be annoying as shit. And Liv is probably going to come out on top because Danhausen is cursed Liv. And we're making that such a major part of WWE now. I love Danhausen. I thought he was funny as shit. Now I just find him annoying.
Which that's the next match. Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio.
Why is that a match?
Why are we doing this? I love Danhausen, don't get me wrong. But Dominic Mysterio is one of the next... I see him as one of the next potential faces. I had him winning Money in the Bank this year. But we're doing this shit with him? Really? Is this his, like, quote-unquote obstacle to face if he ultimately wins Money in the Bank? It's fucking stupid. That is genuinely fucking stupid.
I was putting Dominic in Kyle Fletcher conversations. I was comparing him to Kyle Fletcher. I was saying, yeah, these guys, they're the future of your companies. They're going to run this shit. Bro, I look at Dom now, and I'm like, damn, you suck. Like you're not interesting at all. In AAA, maybe you're interesting. Maybe. But I want you to lose that title against El Grande.
He's booked by Undertaker. If
That's booked by
Dom, like,
Undertaker.
this is what I'm saying. Like, if Dom actually stayed in NXT longer and actually did more with his NXT North American Championship, which he did what he had to do, granted, if he stayed in NXT longer, I think he'd be fun. He would be still fun to watch.
I've been saying it for a couple of weeks, or at this point, it's probably been a couple of months. I want this whole Judgment Day situation to end.
Why did we not just let them split after Finn left? They should have just had Raquel and Roxanne do their own thing as a tag team. Maybe involve Liv around with them three, have that little trio. Have Dom just be a demon in AAA, and have JD just, I don't know. Honestly, I would hear me out. As much as I like JD, I would have had him go to NXT and kind of do a no, I know I am Dar thing, and have him just stick around being like a guy just to work with around there.
I would even keep him on the main roster, and I would make the mid card perfect because they have so many guys that are capable of just leading that charge and making the company incredible. You got Roman that's not working. You got Punk and Cody and stuff. You're not making them wrestle weekly. Let your mid card guys rule. Let them do what they do, and what they do best is wrestle.
No, they can't do that. They need more time to fucking fill in advertisements and put Danhausen on screen.
Good fucking point. Good fucking point. We don't need wrestling. We need ads. That's what's going to get people seated.
I was so close after saying that, throwing my phone across the room. It's not even funny. That, like, if we fantasy book the rest of the card really quickly, because I do want to get to the AEW show, to Redemption. Tiffany Stratton, I think the Fatal 5-Way should have been Tiffany Stratton. That's fine. You want to have her in the women's interim title match? Sure, fine. She's in her home. You have Tiffany, Jade, Charlotte, Jordan Grace, JC Jane. That's your Fatal 5-Way. Now, me personally, I would have went with Charlotte, or I would have went with Jordan or JC. Charlotte, because at least she has experience and she also has the history of Rhea. But knowing this dumbass company, they're going to go with fucking Jay to win the title. Then I would do a six-pack challenge. Hey, we haven't a six-pack challenge in a while. One of my favorite matches of all time is a six-pack challenge from Fastlane 2018 for the WWE Championship. And you know what I would do? Let's throw Baron Corbin in there. Let's throw Ilya Dragunov. Let's throw Finn Balor. Let's throw Ricky Saints. Let's throw Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams for Trick's title for the U.S. title. Granted, none of them is going to come out the winner because Trick's going to still retain. But it's still a fun and amazing match you have on the card. Hey, we advertised a title match where it's title for title between the War Raiders and Wepa Up. Guess what? Fuck that. We're just going to do Wepa Up versus the War Raiders for the WWE tag titles and actually have this tag division mean something with the War Raiders. No disrespect to Priest and R-Truth. And then finally, Soruka, she has a title, doesn't she? How about we have her defend the title against Raquel Rodriguez and Lyra
I
Valkyria?
forgot. Soul has the title.
But no, they don't give time.
Wait, no. I was actually wondering who's the IC title champion in WWE, and I'm like, oh shit, it is Soul.
And mind you, she was on Main Event defending her title.
Wait, when was the last time she won the? When did she win the title?
Clash in Italy.
When was that?
Becky. That was against Becky. That was end of May.
We're mid-July.
She defended it like twice, I think.
Against who?
Or maybe three. I think she defended 3 times. I know once was against Raquel, once was against Lyra, and then there was I think once was against Ivy Nile on Main Event. That was the Main Event match.
Oh, this company's useless. Jesus.
I can tell you right now. But hey, you have Soruka with her title. Have her actually be a defending champion and have her fucking wrestle. Like,
it kills me that they have the wrestlers do the promos of like, I want to be a workhorse champion, and then they have like one title defense every 6 months.
So it was so my bad. It's actually 2 title defenses. She had once against Lyra Valkyria and then once against Raquel Rodriguez. I swear that she defended this on Main Event. So Ruka.
Maybe it's not counting the Main Event match.
But if you ask me, that is just so fucking stupid.
It's embarrassing.
That is actually embarrassing. Stupid.
So I don't know what the plan is long term with your young stars, but if you're not really trying to develop them, good luck to you.
All right. Well, now we go to AEW Redemption, the actually better side of the pond, in my opinion. You know what, Rob? I'm with you now. I love WWE. I will forever love this company, but I do not love this company right now.
Yeah, I'm not a loyalist. I keep telling people this whole tribalism thing with companies, bun that. Go where the wrestling's good.
So we have 8 matches right now for AEW Redemption, which is this Sunday actually in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, at the Bell Center. So we have 8 matches right now. We have Tekla versus Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Championship. All right,
That's
pretty
gonna be
good
so
match.
good. That's
Pretty
gonna be
good
so
match.
good.
Tekla, I have winning. We got Mark Davis versus Rob's favorite wrestler in the world, Andrade El Idolo, for the AEW National Championship.
Idolo, keep dropping the pants, man. I love you. Yeah, I will say that with a straight face. Yeah. Yeah. I am unapologetically straight, but keep dropping the pants, man.
I love wrestling. I love the business. Anyways, I think that what's his face? I think that Andrade will win the AEW National Championship. He deserves it. He's such a good wrestler.
He's been so good recently. Like he's been fun to watch.
We have Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight for the AEW World Championship. Honestly, going to be a really fire match. I actually really do like Kevin Knight a lot, so I'm really excited to see this match.
Kenny Omega being 60 years old and still carrying the fucking business. I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, he's 42. That's crazy, dude. I thought he was
old as shit, bro.
He is, yeah. Let's hear. We have Chris Jericho versus Tommaso Ciampa in a no holds barred match. All right, yeah, pretty cool.
It'll be a fun match.
These next two matches are like the 2 matches I'm really excited for. So we have Kyle Fletcher defend the AEW International Championship against Bandito. That's going to be a banger match.
Part of me wants Bandito to win because Bandito is just so cool.
Dude, Bandito is a damn good wrestler, bro.
But Kyle Fletcher, I think, has to win just because he's like the future.
Kyle Fletcher is my favorite wrestler in this company right now.
The porno star. The porno star Kyle Fletcher. It is so funny how the mood completely changed when we were talking about AEW. Because WWE is just so depressing.
Yeah. Of course, this next match I'm excited for. I don't know why I thought they were defending against the Revival, or FTR, fuck it. I was gonna say Cage and Cope. No, this is Edge and Christian. We don't say Cage and Cope. This is the only thing I don't like Tony Khan for. I also just don't like Tony Khan as a person. But still, that's besides the point. Edge and Christian versus the Death Riders, Claudio Castagnoli and Pac for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Now, is this going to be Edge's last match? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Because it is in Bell Center. It is where he had his last match in WWE. It is in his home of Montreal. That's why I'm like kind of skeptical.
I think if it was his last match, they would have made a bigger point about it.
Well, that's why I think maybe like tonight, because I forgot tonight is Wednesday. They're probably going to have something, and AEW's probably is on right now. They're probably doing something where if Edge and Christian lose, Edge has to retire.
He's done his deed, so I think Edge, if he wants to retire, especially at home, I got nothing but respect for it.
Me neither. But this is anyone's game. Then we have the Death Riders. So we have John Moxley and Will Ospreay versus Young Bucks. All right. Wrestling. We like it.
Good match.
We like it. And then we have, I'm going to really butcher her name, but Hikaru Shida. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Hikaru, I think
Hikaru
so.
Shida. Hikaru Shida is defending the AEW TBS Championship against Maya World. So
good match. Just good matches, you know.
If I did have like the $40 version of HBO Max to actually watch it, I would watch the show, but I can't. So.
I'm not paying that. Too many subscriptions to pay, man. Like I got no money for that.
Well,
I do got money for it, but I just don't want to.
And then of course we have All In next month, where Tekla or Willie Nightingale, whoever wins that title match, Redemption does face Mercedes Moné for the AEW Women's World Championship. Honestly, part of me kind of wants Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné.
Because they have good chemistry. They really chemistry.
They really do, and that's why it's like I really want that.
But I think Tekla deserves it. She's held the title for a while, and she's done a good job. So
yeah,
you reward her with a match at All In.
I agree. And then whoever wins Kenny versus Knight faces Ospreay for the AEW World Championship. We're just gonna get a banger with Kenny and Will. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But that is enough for the wrestling talk, because we've already got.
Someone I do want to shout out in the wrestling world is Jon Moxley. For me, no matter what anyone says, for me, the best Shield member, the one that's actually had a respectable career. and has done so much for the business. Because as much as I love Seth, as much as I love Roman, I
I love
don't think
wrestling.
I don't think they touch John Moxley when it comes to wrestling. So
I love wrestling. I love the
a
business.
huge shout out. That's my winner for the week in WWE. Oh, or in wrestling. Sorry.
My winner for the week is honestly, I gotta give a call out to one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I gotta give a shout out to Jeff Hardy, just because it's Jeff Hardy, number one, and
Yeah.
number two, the fact that I was having this conversation with who was I having? I think I was having this conversation with someone at work. So I have a conversation with a friend of mine at work, and like he grew up watching like Jeff Hardy like in the early '90s, like late '90s, early 2000s, like his like WWE stuff. The fact that he's pushing 50 and he's still doing this, I just have so much incredible respect for him.
Yeah, him, Punk, because even Punk, he's 47.
He's 48, and he's one of the
48.
best. He is the
Mhm.
best 48-year-old wrestler right now. It's like, geez,
Whoa. Samoa Joe is still alive. Respect
yo,
him.
I forgot Joe.
Respect Joe.
Okay, before we move on, did you hear what Joe said when he was doing the episode of Dark Side of the Ring?
What did he say?
He took a wrestling gig for a certain reason. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
I think I saw it. It's about his penis, right?
What?
Wait, I may be thinking about something else. I may be thinking
You're
about something
actually
else.
not wrong.
Oh, I'm not wrong. Okay.
You're actually not. You're not that far off. He took a wrestling gig because he was trying to get some ass.
Hey, you see why he's the GOAT? You see why he's the GOAT?
I gotta go back to watch. I need to go back to watch Daniels, Styles, Joe.
Yeah, man.
So bad.
Joe's so good.
Anyways,
and my loser of the week is Liv.
Your who?
Loser of the week is Liv.
Oh, okay. My loser of the week is who lost that Saturday night's main event? Bayley.
Everyone. WWE lost it.
Which they are saying that they are restructuring Bayley's contract now, which is why she's off television.
She's leaving. Stop that. She's gone.
Go to AEW. Anyways, you can bring in my friend if he's still in the waiting room.
He's not. Let's do a quick NBA talk then in the meantime.
Well, I was going to do World Cup talk.
I mean, World Cup? Okay. Spain won. Whoa! Anyways,
I just texted I just texted him right now to come in. I said this. Did I say it last week? I'm pretty sure. Or not last week, but like 2 weeks ago. Wait, no. The matchup wasn't even set 2 weeks ago.
No, yeah. I mean, we kind of like expected it to be France-Argentina. But it ended up being Spain-Argentina, so.
You know what I want? I actually wanted Argentina-England. That was my...
No, they were in the semifinals, though. They couldn't face each other.
Oh, not Argentina, my bad. England-Spain, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. I didn't really care. I just wanted Argentina to lose.
I was at work watching it. I was taking my break, and I was sitting there. I'm eating my yogurt. I'm watching it. And when What's-His-Face made the goal, and he legitimately made the goal, and the guy in Argentina legit sold it. Like, he was selling that he got hit when he did not get touched whatsoever.
Otamendi. Was it Otamendi or I think it was Otamendi.
I think it was him. And he just oversold it. I was like,
that's how it is. That's how it is.
Like,
in football, you got to sell it a bit sometimes, but it's annoying. You just live with it. But it was never foul, though, because they have virtual assistant refereeing, and they could have checked it. It was never foul.
Yeah. I think Spain deserved it,
They fucking destroyed Argentina. It was a humiliation.
I want to, shout out Messi because, it's Messi. Messi, he deserves the flowers that he's played. This is his last World Cup.
Thank God.
I want to give him his flowers. Someone said to me that if Messi did win the World Cup and why am I forgetting the name of the trophy? Ballon d'Or, is that?
Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or.
If they give Messi the Ballon d'Or just off this World Cup, they should actually erase the Ballon d'Or from history, because what the fuck are we doing?
Because I was going to say, someone said that if he won the World Cup and the Ballon d'Or, that he would go down as the greatest athlete in just sports.
The thing is, like, the fact that there was even conversations of him potentially winning the Ballon d'Or is an embarrassment to football.
It's crazy.
I'm eager to see what you'll do.
I was playing Lego Batman.
So playing games while we're only doing while we're doing a show. I'm just saying.
My bad. Hey, listen, the reason it wasn't Cam when he was playing Minecraft. that one time.
You're still playing a game.
That's true. Anyways, I said that if Argentina won, I would have been fine, but I want Spain, and I was very happy Spain won. I was looking at my friend Mariana at work, and she was like, "Oh, who do you want to win?" I was like, "I want Spain." She was like, "You're like my best friend now," because I hate Argentina with a passion. And
Everyone
listen,
hates
I don't hate
Argentina.
Argentina. I respect them, and I love Messi to death. But I think we needed a breath of fresh air with Spain. I think Spain, and this was the first World Cup win since they beat France in 2010, right?
Netherlands.
Netherlands, that's what I meant. It was a European country. I was close.
Blue, white, and red. Don't worry.
That's what I'm saying. It was blue, white. The flag was blue, white, and red. They could have beat the USA for all I know.
No, but the thing was like the whole Argentina situation, especially after the match, which is very embarrassing from the players. They just started fighting the Spanish players. I'm like, you lost.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of odd.
They're thugs. And this is no racist shit, but Argentinian players are thugs. Any team they play in, look at any player, Argentinian player in any team in the world. They are thugs. They have this aggressive nature. And this sounds racist as shit, actually. This sounds racist as shit. I'm not gonna cut this, but it sounds racist as shit. But I'm making a point here. One of my favorite players that plays for my team, Lisandro Martinez. Stop. I'm being serious.
We're clipping this, and I'm posting. I'm with this whole segment. I'm posting on my Instagram.
It sounds racist as shit. Damn. Fucking weak, man. Hey, I might get canceled. Okay, no, man. Oh. Hey, fuck it. I'm not finishing what I'm saying. I'm not.
I understand the point you're trying to make.
Man.
So we're cutting this, or we're keeping
I'm not cutting it. I'm keeping it, but I'm like, damn, I'm not finishing what I have to say.
Cam's gonna look at this and he's gonna see a cease and desist letter from YouTube.
That's I get a cease and desist. Yeah, you are supposed to cut all of this. Unguided Punks is over. Hey,
there are actual tears in my eyes, I wish you can see right now. How bad I'm crying.
This is what happens when we try to be serious, man. Like, oh god.
Oh my god! You see what happens after we stop talking about WWE and get into more lighter shit to talk about?
Hey, it gets crazy, man. It actually gets crazy.
But overall, congratulations, France. Now, I was making a joke.
And Spain.
Spain. Oh my gosh, dude.
Hey, let this keep going, man. We're cooked.
Dude, I just after the 5 minutes that we just had.
Oh.
Don't even. So, congratulations to Spain, of course. Now, what I want to talk about here, and of course, you know how I have to be here with my team and my country. So, yeah. So, I did make the joke earlier where I said fuck ChatGPT, but I have actually been using ChatGPT for just creative work to help me out, just to help me out recently to like brain spark some ideas. And one idea, and I did an idea where I said, book Italy's future in the Euro Cup in 2028 and the 2030 World Cup if Roberto Mancini came back. And the Euros with Mancini, under Mancini, saw group stage, Italy beat Austria 2-0, tie with Netherlands 1-1, and beat Romania 3-1. They finished first in their group with 7 points. In round of 16, Italy beats Croatia 2-1. The quarterfinal, Italy beats Germany 1-0. In the semifinal, Italy beats England 2-0. And in the final, Spain actually beats Italy in the Euro Cup final 2-1. And in the World Cup, it would be in the group stage, Italy beat Canada 3-0. Italy beat Japan 2-1. And Italy beat Brazil 1-1, or tie with Brazil 1-1, and finishing first in their group. In round of 32, Italy beats Serbia 3-1. In round of 16, Italy beats Mexico 2-0. In the quarterfinal, Italy beats Portugal 1-0. In the semifinal, Italy beats France 2-1, and in the World Cup final, Italy beats Argentina 2-1, with the legacy of the second spell under Mancini being the Euro 2020, the Euro 2028 runner-ups, and the FIFA World Cup champions. And then because there are the rumors that Pep, Pep
Guardiola.
Guardiola. How do you pronounce his last name? I'm sorry, this is bad.
Guardiola.
Guardiola.
Mhm.
If he became Italy's manager, now this seems very unrealistic to me. And you're gonna agree with
the
this, right?
fact that you said World Cup champions is already unrealistic. So
Listen, man, fuck off. You let me take pride in my team here. Anyways, under Pep, the group stage sees Italy beat Czech Republic 4-0. Italy tied with France 2-2, and Italy beat Denmark 3-1. Italy finishing first with 7 points and scoring 9 goals. Round of 16, Italy beats Switzerland 3-0. Quarterfinal, Italy beats Portugal 2-1. Semifinal, Italy beats Germany 3-2, and we had the same Euro Cup final that was under Mancini with Italy versus Spain. But under Pep, Italy actually beat Spain 2-1. And in the FIFA World Cup in 2030, one of the favorites, group stage, Italy beats Nigeria 3-0. Italy beats South Korea 2-0. Italy ties with Argentina 1-1, finishing first in the group stage. Round of 32, Italy beats Morocco 4-1. Round of 16, Italy beats Mexico 2-0. Quarterfinal, Italy beats England 3-1. Semifinal, Italy beats Brazil 2-0. And in the World Cup final is a rematch of the Euro Cup of Italy versus Spain. And Italy beat Spain 3-2. Thus, Pep's legacy would be 2028 Euro champions and FIFA World Cup 2030 champions. Italy just becoming one of the highest ranked teams, and Francesco Camarata just developing one of the biggest football stars to win the Ballon d'Or in 2030.
I hope this is a great disclaimer for people to stop using AI. I hope Dom has done his due diligence in showing you how AI is stupid. So, thank you, Dom. God bless your soul.
Listen, man, you can take away me, but you can't take away my pride for this team and for this
No,
country.
I'm not saying you don't got pride for your country. I'm just saying the AI is stupid.
But okay. Realistically, because I'm going to be honest with
Realistically, if I start getting realistic, I don't even think Spain makes it out the group stage next World Cup.
No, I'm talking about Italy. Realistically for Italy.
Italy, realistically, with Mancini, I see them potentially quarterfinals in the Euros and potentially quarterfinals in the World Cup.
Okay. And then under Pep, what do you see?
I don't see Pep managing Italy at any point.
You know, because he did meet with Azzurri for the job.
He's not going to go there. He's not. Because there's no point. It's a Spanish man, you know.
Yeah.
He's not gonna take an Italian team and manage them to win a title. It doesn't. It's like England taking Tuchel, a German man leading an English team.
That's actually a very good point you brought up there. But yeah, realistically, I think Mancini, we have better World Cup and better Euro Cup aspirations under him. Which, by the way, I just noticed that you're wearing your Cody shirt, and that's fire.
Yep, Cody right here.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Italy, there's a lot to be done. Hopefully Mancini comes back. I would love Mancini to come back, but if Pep comes, I wouldn't mind it, but I do agree with the fact that there's no benefit for him coming.
I mean, it's international football. If he ever takes over a team, he might take over Spain. Just for the fact that they play similar brands of football to what he's accustomed to. So he wouldn't have to tweak it as much to make the team competitive. But each international team has a cycle of like maybe 8 years, you know, like 2 World Cups before they actually go back to being awful. Spain, this is their first World Cup where they were good, but they've been good already for the past like 3-4 years. By next World Cup, they might get eliminated by the group stage.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah,
you know, the team might just die off. That's just how it is.
I could definitely agree with that. I mean, like I said, the next World Cup is another 4 years from now, so it's
a lot of things are going to change.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of things destined to be changed.
Even by the next Euros, this Spain team is not going to be the same. So
no. Now, before we get to the NBA, I do want to ask you a quick question. There are the rumors, or I think they're rumors. I think it's actually confirmed that the Ronaldo is coming back to play with Portugal.
I don't know why. I mean, yeah, he met with the new manager, and apparently the new manager wants him back. My question is, why does he want him back? Which is very dumb because this is a very good Portuguese team, and they do not need Ronaldo up there. Unless he's coming to be a fan, he's going to sit on the bench and he might come in for like the last 10 minutes of each game. Maybe I'll be like, sure, why not? Especially if the team is like 2-3 goals ahead, then they could just like let him go in there and try to get a goal. But if you're trying to have Ronaldo lead your team, this young, very competent team, you just want to lose. So
I'm not laughing at you, Rob, because I agree with your point.
like I'm being dead ass. Like when I say shit like this, I'm being so dead ass. Like,
No, I'm not laughing at that because I 100% agree with you. What I'm laughing at is the picture, and I'm just dead staring at Cam, just looking back at me.
again, this is a picture I took. If you want me as your photographer for your marriages and stuff, you know who to call.
Call Rob. He is one of the best photographers, and I say that he's better than my cousin. And it's the God honest truth. You are better than my cousin.
Let's go.
But I do want to say, my hair looked fire that day. I do want to just take a quick side note and just glaze myself. My hair looks absolutely phenomenal that day.
Even Cam, he looks good that day.
Even Cam. I mean, we had me and Cam dressed up as Clark Kent and Blade.
Wait, let me I have to like go back. Yeah, you got semi-Blade-ish Cam. This is just a black man with a leather jacket. And then you got Clark Kent,
Dom Kent.
Dom. Hey, there are so many clips in this that we can fucking post.
There really is. Like, we still have to edit in, like, the shit that we posted with, like, when we had Vic on, when he hit his head.
I gotta figure out where those clips are, because once I do, I'm just gonna fucking send it your way.
No, yeah, please, because we need all of that. But let's get into the NBA now. And the biggest talk of the town is, before we get to it, is Wemby is the cover athlete for NBA 2K27, and Derrick Rose is the Ultra Edition.
Wemby makes sense, or you could have given it to maybe a Knicks player because they just won the chip.
I thought it down. That's what I did get pissed off this morning, and I did say some non-PG things. I think you can infer what I said. It's basically some stuff that I said in the group chat when Wemby lost the finals.
Things like I get the picture with Wemby looks incredible, but at the same time, he's like the young up and coming star of the league. He's the guy that's gonna lead the stats for the next like 10, 15 years. So I get you want to put him on the cover. You could have probably given it to Brunson.
I think Brunson would have been better. Yeah. Would have made more sense for him to.
It would make sense after this year, so it's a bit of a questionable decision, but it's all right. It's PR, so we know how it is.
Yeah, and it's supposed to come out the end of August, I believe. I'm going to ask for it for Christmas because I'm
not even gonna buy it unless it's like $10. I'm not buying it.
I always buy. This is like the new tradition now. Me buying NBA instead of WWE, which I finally actually said to my cousin today. After like WWE, after 2K23 and 24, just 25 and 26 have just been like fine, but that's the problem. They've just been fine.
I've stopped the tradition of buying yearly games, like these yearly sports games, because just there's not much difference for me to.
It's the same thing. I mean, for me personally, like I always like playing 2K because I always like playing my career. That's why.
I love my career. The thing is, like, if they kept the 2K servers going after 2 years, I would have never bought a 2K game beyond 2K21.
Yeah, dude, that was the first 2K I ever played was 2K21.
I played the older 2Ks, but it's like back then I used to buy them just like FIFA. I used to buy them yearly, especially because the discs weren't that expensive, $40, $50.
Now you're paying $60, $70.
60, but you're paying 80 almost.
Yeah, sometimes, and then like GTA, you're paying like 100 with GTA 6 when that comes out. You're paying, GTA 6 when that comes out, you're paying like $100 for it.
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. It's GTA and stuff. People are gonna say like, "Oh, you're just trying to be different, not getting the game." No, I'm not buying it. I'm not paying $100 for it. It's not even a disc. It's literally a code.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, y'all. Like, you can kill me. I'm not fucking buying a code for $100.
Yeah, I agree with that. But down to the actual biggest talk of the town. So LeBron is still a free agent. LeBron James is still a free
LeBron
agent.
James.
LeBron James is still a free agent, and Adam Silver is rushing him with a decision, and it is starting to piss LeBron off. And I understand LeBron's frustration. I mean, the guy, he's 41 now. He's still playing at a very good level. I wouldn't say a very good. Like he's still playing at a very great level, and
He's playing at a like top 20 level.
I still think he has a lot of gas left in that tank. So I don't think he's going to retire yet. I do think he will retire within the next 2 or 3 years.
Like, I don't say for his legacy because his longevity is just insane. But for what he's done, he could have just retired maybe this year. He's played with his son. It's done,
I think what he wants is he wants to play with Bryce. He wants to play with Bronny and Bryce.
How many years does Bryce have until he makes the league, essentially?
I think this is his last year, if I'm not mistaken.
So 1 more year, LeBron plays. Maybe that's why he wants to go to the Cavaliers.
So now there are a lot of conflicting reports. A lot of people, like Savannah wants him to go to Miami. Rich Paul wants him to go to Philadelphia. LeBron himself wants to go to Cleveland. But then there, in my opinion, you have the more quote unquote realistic scenario. And this is not me defending Colin, where he's eating dinner right now. I don't know where the hell he is. But Colin and I have both agreed that I think for this point in LeBron's career, I think LeBron goes to Golden State. I think he retires in Golden State. He plays with Curry. He has such a good relationship with Curry. He has such a good relationship with Draymond. He really needs to. And it also fits well because he's so close to home. So I think in my opinion, I think he needs to play for Golden State because he does have a very good team around him. And on top of that, they also aren't like trading Jimmy or anything. Now, there is the problem of course, the cap space with Golden State because you will have a starting 5 by that point of LeBron, not LeBron, my bad, Curry, Yaxel Lendenborg. With shout out Yaxel Lendenborg, he's so nice. He's so nice at this.
He looks really good. He looks promising.
So Yaxel, and then small forward you play Jimmy, power forward you play Braun, and then
they're trying to get rid of Jimmy, no?
They were going to get rid of Jimmy unless they could try and go get Anthony Davis, but because the Wizards are not open to trading Anthony Davis, they won't be. I don't think Jimmy's leaving. I honestly think Jimmy should stay. I really like Jimmy with this team.
But it's like his contract's horrible. It's almost like a Harden situation, right? So
it is like a Harden situation, which he's another free agent. I mean, he's 36 years old. His previous contract was what, 40 million?
40 something. It's insane.
40 million or something like that. I think Harden honestly stays to Cleveland. I don't see him going anywhere else.
Yeah, he'll probably renegotiate his contract, which would be best, especially since Mitchell took a massive contract. So
yes. I think he stays. I think Harden stays in Cleveland. I mean, I really don't see him going anywhere else. Maybe, who knows? Maybe James Harden's going to go to the Brooklyn Nets. But
okay. Anyways, let's forget about fucking Harden then, because I heard Brooklyn Nets. I don't want to talk about that.
Let's hear who. So Draymond Green is also a free agent.
Draymond. I don't think he's going back. Jimmy probably stays.
I disagree. I think Draymond's going to re-sign for a cheaper contract because I think he still wants to play in Golden State.
But do they want him to play in Golden State?
That's the question. And again, if Colin was here, he would, because Colin's the Golden State fan. He would tell you more. I'm sorry, I'm getting so many bots following me on Instagram. It is just so annoying right now.
I have so many bots watching my story. I don't know what's that about.
Yeah, that was so. I hate them. I hate these bots, dude. Jonathan Kuminga is a free agent.
He's probably waiting on like maybe Cleveland Which
Fuck that. That motherfucker's going where De'Aaron Fox is going. He's going to the Wandong Tigers, bro.
the thing with Kuminga is just he's so frustrating as a player. Like he is so athletically gifted, but he's just so bad at basketball.
Now, one guy that I actually forgot is a free agent is Benedict Mathurin. He's 24 years old, and Benedict Mathurin is
He
such
doesn't
a.
have a team.
He's a free agent this season. He was playing for the Clippers last season when he got traded for. Who did he get traded for last season? Was it Zubac? Yeah, I think it was for the
It
Zubac
was
trade.
because it was the Pacers. Yeah, it's weird that he doesn't have a team yet. I felt like that was the type of guy that anyone would jump onto. Really,
He's such a good player. Benedict Mathurin, I think, should stay with the Clippers. He's a really good player. Or I could definitely see him because he plays shooting guard.
he's a shooting guard. Yeah,
Who's a team? What is a team that really needs a shooting guard?
everyone.
Not the Knicks. The Knicks already got a good one. So
The Knicks are good. Cavaliers are good.
Cavaliers are good.
Lakers are now semi good.
Yeah, aka the white boy Lakers.
The Snowflake Lakers.
Snowball
no.
Lakers.
The Snow Time was it? Yeah, the Snow Time Lakers. Yeah.
Snowtime Lakers. The Snowtime Lakers. I like that one. Hey, listen, I think the Lakers are gonna, but I do like what they have on their bench. They got Quentin Grimes, Colin Sexton. They have some pretty good pieces on their bench too.
Lakers is such an if, buts, and maybes team, which is frustrating to say because they have such good pieces. They just have to develop into something really good.
Yeah.
So
let's hear.
it's such a weird offseason because now all the teams have been kind of restructured, and so I'm really we're gonna have fun.
Let's see here. Who else can I mention is still a free agent? Yabusele is still a free agent. Another just good bench piece to have. He was on Chicago. I honestly see him re-signing with Chicago in a cheaper contract.
Yeah, did I mention this? I think Chicago is going to be like a very fun team to watch.
We said this. We've been saying this, and you said it last week. So I was rewatching last week. You said they're going to be a very fun. I said they're going to be a really fun team to watch, and you're like, yeah, fun mid.
Yeah, fun mid. Yeah, exactly. Like
I don't
they're
think
not going to
they're
be good at all. They're not going to be a 400 or barely a 300 team.
Watch,
they're going to be so fun.
Rob, watch. They're gonna fucking be like how they were last year. They're gonna fucking start the season off so strong, and then they're gonna fucking like just go downhill. But I will say I do have trust in Thiago Splitter. I actually do think Thiago Splitter is a good coach. But then again, a good coach doesn't help a team around him because they still need bench pieces. Chicago.
When it's Giddy leading your line, I'll be honest, you're not really expecting to win.
You got Josh Giddey, Caleb Wilson, Matas Buzelis, Nick Claxton, and Norman Powell. Is your
fun mid, bro? They are gonna be awful, but they are gonna be fun.
The only other two players I do want to highlight here, because there's so many other players on here that we get like Kashad Johnson, Killian Hayes, Peyton Watson, Bruce Brown Jr., Gary Payton II, Russell Westbrook is a free agent still. But the two
there's a team out there that could definitely pick up Russell Westbrook. Come on.
So the two that I wanted, so actually three. Actually, now thinking about it. So the three I want to talk about were Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and Jalen Duren. So starting with Westbrook, I agree. There's a team that definitely can go after Westbrook. I honestly think Miami should be the team going after Westbrook because let's be honest here, Davion Mitchell is not.
He's not leading that line, y'all.
Is not.
Westbrook is not a better option, at least at the age that he is, but he is a good option regardless. I don't know if that's a clear way to put it.
Bradley Beal's another. He would just finish with the Clippers. How old is Bradley Beal? Bradley Beal is.
He's in his 30s. I almost want to say mid-30s.
33. So
okay, he's still got at least 2-3 years where he's competent.
Does he stay with the Clippers or does he go somewhere else? The problem is
they won't resign. They won't resign him.
They won't resign him. You're 100% right. So it's like, and what is he? He's a shooting guard, right?
Shooting guard. Can play as a point guard. But isn't very good at it.
All right, let's hear it. So teams that need a point guard, because that's what Russ usually plays as point guard.
It's fucking insane. I'm thinking about like that Suns team a couple years ago when they had him, Booker, and KD, and I'm like, you guys You just put players together. You were just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
No plan whatsoever.
Colin is in the room, so if you want to invite him, so this is perfect timing because we're on the NBA talk.
Yes, I see him. I think I did. Like, he might be joining. That's good. So I don't know who pick up Russell.
There he is.
Oh,
Hey, buddy. This is the perfect timing. Before we get to the conversation, Colin, this is Rob. Rob, this is Colin. I've known Colin for like 15 years of my life, 14 years of my life. He's one of my best friends, if not my best friend. And you came in at the perfect time, Colin, because we're actually talking about the NBA. So before we get further, do we have any? Well, you want to touch upon LeBron, because we were talking about LeBron before, and we talked about how I think that he would be going to Golden State because it fits perfect for his career, like how we were talking about earlier today.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as a Warriors fan, I would love for him to come to Golden State. I just don't know the reality now. There's a lot more reports saying he might not come. I mean, all signs to me are pointing to Miami, honestly. I mean, I think he'll probably maybe do a year or two in Miami. I mean, it's probably the best fit for him if he wants to win. I mean, he's older with age. You can't really move as well as you can, and the Warriors kind of need a lot more like wing depth, and they need a lot more big guys. So and more physicality comes with that size and all that. So LeBron would come in being one of the bigger guys on the team. So I don't really think he's that good of a fit on the Warriors. I mean, it would be a really cool thing to happen, but I think his best personal fit would be Miami. I mean, especially when you get older. I mean, just a lot of players in sports, just in general, say that the warmer weather makes their body feel a lot nicer. I mean, it's the same thing as Golden State, but we see this in a lot of sports. He's going to want to go to Miami. Great weather. He's been there before. The whole front office is the exact same as he left. There's Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra. So he's really like familiar. There's a lot of familiarity there. And I mean, Bronny still has a few years left on his contract. I think it's maybe 1 or 2 more years on his guaranteed deal.
I think it's like 1 or 2 still left.
But they're not gonna play him. That's the thing. Now they got all these players coming in. That he's just gonna
they got the Snowtime Lakers, Colin.
The Snowtime Lakers.
Yeah. But I mean, as a Warriors fan, I would love for it to happen. But I mean, realistically, I think he's gonna go to Miami because I mean, going back to my thing about the whole athleticism thing, he's getting older, his body's breaking down on him. So I think it would probably be a lot better for him to just go play point guard in Miami. I mean, Miami needs a point guard. I don't think Davion Mitchell's really can be the lead guard in Miami.
I trust the ball. This like right before you came in, by the way.
Absolutely. I trust the ball so much more in LeBron's hands. One of the best passes of all time. So, in my opinion, I mean, we even got the small leak. I don't know how real that is, but like Miami's got to be the best landing spot for him. I mean, Cleveland maybe. They say this is LeBron's last chapter. And I saw this on an ESPN thing, so I'm just going to quote ESPN. They said it's LeBron's last chapter, and chapters usually have multiple pages. So I don't think this is LeBron's last year. He might play a few years in Miami, and then he might go finish it off on a 1-year deal in Cleveland.
It's like a minimum vet contract, and just like
yes,
you know.
Yeah, because I mean, he played with Bronny. Why not with Bryce? You know.
But the thing is, like, to pick up Bryce, do they have picks available to them?
Miami? Well, I don't think Bryce would be in the first round.
Not Miami.
Cleveland.
They should have a 2nd-round pick. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, even if they don't, they could probably just trade for a 2nd-round pick. How much is that even worth? Like some cash?
Most likely some cash. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Bronny was like what, like the 57th pick in 24?
He was pretty late. So
yeah, he was. Well, let me see. Actually,
I mean, the whole Warrior situation. Just to come back to it, I think we all saw it as a bit of a fairy tale thing. Just because it's like, you know, it's like Curry, LeBron, final chapter. Let's get it done.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, even with that, I don't think that really makes sense. And I mean, I've heard a lot of people say it. I mean, why would you go to the whole team that beat you a bunch of times? I feel like that would even just for his legacy. I don't know. Like it was cool on the Olympic team because like that was the Olympics.
It's the Olympics. So you're representing the country.
But to be fair though, Colin, you can also make the same argument with Porzingis when Porzingis went on the Celtics and the Warriors beat the Celtics.
But he wasn't on the Celtics when the Warriors.
He wasn't there.
Wait, what team was he on during that point? Oh, he
The
was
starting
on
center,
Dallas.
the starting
He
center
was
on the
Dallas.
Celtics was Robert Williams.
It
Yep.
was right because I forgot. Porzingis was on Dallas during that time
He
because it was
was, yeah.
him.
No, he wasn't. He was on Washington.
Did he?
Oh, he wasn't.
Was
No,
it
no, yeah,
Washington at
no,
that
he was on
He
Washington.
was on Washington because what they did was I forget what it was. I think Boston traded away Malcolm Brogdon for him and a
Yeah.
few other people.
Good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's what the deal was. But I mean, Porzingis, I mean it's a good fit, but the problem is out of Porzingis, you're probably gonna get 40 games. And I
because
mean,
he's very he's
yeah,
just
I
an
mean-
injury-prone player.
Who's the replacement center they have right now?
the Warriors,
Yeah.
the backup's Charles Bassey. He actually showed a lot of promise at the end of last season, so I'm kind of looking forward. He might take a leap this year. I mean, he's still kind of young. I think he's in his mid-20s, so
He's got time. He's got time.
yeah, he's got time. So I mean, hey, everyone blooms at their certain time. So I mean,
Exactly.
and especially with the whole summer league championship, I'm really excited about like Yaxel. I mean, it's gonna be a good year, I think. So I have a lot of high hopes for Yaxel.
Now,
and
I
the
did
whole
mention, Colin, that because Draymond is a free agent, I think that Draymond is actually going to resign for a cheaper contract. But Rob didn't bring up the point. Just because Draymond wants to resign with the team, does that mean the organization want Draymond Green back?
I think so. I mean, why wouldn't that? I
I
mean,
don't know. I just don't see him fitting in this team, especially if they're trying to move forward with a more younger core, more physical, or less not physical in the sense of Draymond physical, like more athletic, moving forward. I just don't see Draymond going back to that team because I think his relationship, even with Steve Kerr, is kind of like iffy.
okay, absolutely. And I mean, I completely understand that. But I mean, when you look at Draymond Green, I mean, this is a guy that was top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year voting, like maybe what, 1, 2 years ago. I mean, when Evan Mobley won, I mean, I think Draymond absolutely got robbed that year too.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a biased thing. I think Draymond was just had a better season defensively. Mobley just was younger and has more length to him, but you never really see older guys get awards like that. So, I mean, Draymond has a lot more than just being the defensive guy. He's kind of a whole big part with the playmaking, with their whole scheme. So, if Draymond goes, that kind of affects their whole like play style. I mean, because when Steph's off ball, usually the ball's in Draymond's hands. So if you get rid of Draymond, when Steph goes off ball, who's going to be running the floor? You know.
Are you betting maybe on a guy like Jimmy, if ever?
But that's a big question mark too, though, because we don't know when Jimmy's coming back. I mean, he might come back in the beginning of the year. We don't know. I mean, I heard a lot of reports saying that like he's feeling good and that he's coming good with his recovery. But I mean, you never know. I mean, we don't know what kind of Jimmy Butler we're gonna see come October.
So this Warriors team is kind of like in a limbo zone right now where we're trying to figure stuff out, right?
I mean, yeah, like Moses Moody, one of our top guys, just completely blew out his knee last year. So I mean, there's a lot of question marks with the Warriors. I mean, I don't think we're a championship contender at the moment. I mean, I always think it's like what I always say about the Chiefs every year with Patrick Mahomes, and that's not any kind of like glazing towards him, but like never count Steph Curry out in any kind of playoff series.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just really matters how Jimmy comes back, how Yaxel plays and meshes with the team. Porzingis' health. There's just a lot of question marks with them. Maybe what we do during the trade deadline, but I mean, this whole offseason, I really didn't have much faith in the whole thing because ever since Mike Dunleavy took over, it's just
It just
like,
hasn't been enjoyable.
every offseason has just been the same kind of loop. I mean, we're gonna target this one guy. We're only going after one guy, and then we miss out on him, and then we just run it back with the same roster. And then
I remember the trade deadline this season, and you were like, "Can Mike Dunleavy make one fucking move?"
yeah, it's the trade deadline and the opening of free agency are probably the most like frustrating times within the last 3 or 4 years as a Warriors fan. I'm being so serious.
Yeah, it feels like this team has been the same for so long. It's insane.
Yeah.
Now, so that I wanted to just bring that up because we were actually now talking about 3 players that are still free agents right now. We were talking about Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal, and Jalen Duren. So we're starting with teams that need a point guard. The Nets, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Orlando Magic, the Toronto Raptors, and the Indiana Pacers are all teams that are looking for point guards.
I wouldn't say the Nets need a point guard. I mean,
Well,
they just drafted Mikael Brown.
They did just draft Mikael Brown, but
He's nice.
He is.
But do you
really
want to
good.
go young straight away though? That's the thing.
Absolutely, why not?
Well, that's why I
It
think
is a
if
team
they
in
do
development.
it
I don't
Russ.
know.
Give him the keys. It's not like they're going to lose anything. I mean, if they play bad, they still have their first round pick, and you get another good player next year.
Things are just like with these draft odds, it gets a bit weird now. Teams have got to like reconsider everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the first year for it, so I mean, teams are definitely going to try it out. But I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't give Mikael Brown the keys. I mean, he showed a lot of promise in summer league. I mean,
Yes.
a lot of flashy passes, a lot of good scoring promise. So I really like him as a prospect this year. And I just think that Brooklyn's going to run it with him. They have the duo of him and Igor Demon.
Well, Demon's also a free agent as well. So
But he's gonna resign.
yeah, but he'll resign. There's no way he's going to just leave Brooklyn.
Well, who knows?
And he's gonna
they
be
might
good.
have Mikael Brown and Julius Randle be the duo for Brooklyn.
The fact that Randall's there is an embarrassment. Come on, man.
And Michael Porter Jr.
And Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Michael, the possession ends with me, Junior.
But yeah,
with Russell Westbrook, I don't know if Russell Westbrook's like play style matches really with that team. I mean, he's a really
No,
ball
definitely not.
dominant. He's a really ball dominant point guard, and I don't think he really fits with what they're building up there. What were the other two teams that you mentioned?
the other 4 teams I mentioned were Milwaukee, Orlando, Toronto, and Indiana. But I do want to throw a bit of a monkey wrench in here, and it's something that we've talked about too, Colin. If LeBron doesn't go to Miami, I see Russell Westbrook going to Miami.
It would be a good
I
fit.
think if LeBron doesn't sign with Miami, that they go get him and DeRozan.
I forgot DeMar was waived.
Yeah,
Sacramento.
he got bought out, and then, yeah. So, I mean, Russell Westbrook after his departure from LA, I mean, him and LeBron, from my understanding, don't have the best relationship. So if LeBron goes to Miami, then Russ won't go to Miami.
Yeah.
He's not going there now.
But I mean, if LeBron doesn't go to Miami and he goes to like a Cleveland or Golden State or even Philly, I think Russ would go play on Miami. I mean, why not?
I
he's
could
gonna get
definitely
minutes
see
and
it.
Same with DeRozan. I mean, they kind of need guards. I mean, they have enough big man depth. I mean, they have Giannis, they have Bam, Bobby Portis. So, yeah, I think they just kind of need guard depth. So grab DeRozan, Russ, 2 vets. I mean, that could help teach the young guys, Davion Mitchell and everybody else they got over there. So
They need guys that know how to shoot as well. Like this
Yes.
is very tragic
yeah.
what they have right now.
Oh yeah, and DeRozan can shoot the hell out of the ball.
Now, so with the
They also got Tim Hardaway, so Tim Hardaway could shoot the ball too.
Yes,
So they have a few
forgot.
shooters.
Wait,
Once
Tim
they're
Hardaway's
set
a
on that,
point-
like
Tim
once they
Hardaway's
get
point guard,
shooters,
right? Sorry, Rob.
no, you're good.
I said Tim Hardaway's a point guard, right?
No, he's a shooting guard.
He's shooting guard.
He's
okay.
more shooting guard.
Yeah.
I thought then who's the backup point guard I'm thinking of for the Heat? I can't. It's not Davion Mitchell. I can't remember his name right now.
Oh, Larson.
Yes, Larson.
He had a decent year last year.
Rob, go back to what you were saying. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
What was I even saying? I forgot now.
Oh, plus they have Wiggins too. So I mean, yeah, they got something good going on over there.
I can't remember what I was trying to say.
I'm so sorry I cut you
You're
off.
good. You're good. No, I don't think it's important. If I forgot, it's not important.
But out of these 4 teams, Milwaukee, Orlando, Toronto, and Indiana, what team seems more likely to go sign Westbrook?
I don't know.
My thing is, I think I mentioned this 2 weeks ago when we did the show when we were like building these teams. It's like I feel like Toronto, if they get a good point guard, they would be a very interesting team, especially if Kawhi still manages to go there. Is that point guard supposed to be Russell? I don't think so. I don't think he would fit, but it's always worth a risk if they need a point guard like drastically.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they have Emmanuel quickly. I don't think it's too dire of a need to go get Russell Westbrook on that team. I mean, they played really well last year, the Raptors, and I mean, you add Kawhi, so you got a vet and a superstar that's coming off of his best scoring season of his career. So, you practically just replaced Brandon Ingram with Kawhi Leonard. So, I mean, they're not going to do anything but get better. I mean, yeah.
Now for teams that need a shooting guard for Bradley Beal's situation. Now Bradley Beal is 33 years old, so he still has a couple years left in him that he could play good. And the 4 teams here that I see are Miami, the Lakers, the 76ers, and the Pacers. They're for teams that need a shooting guard.
Well, I mean, I don't think Bradley Beal would really start on any team today.
I
No.
think he's a bench player.
Yeah.
He's a 6-man at best.
Yeah.
I think he'll probably come in and be like a Lou Williams type of guy. Like he'll give you a few points off the bench that you need. I don't see him being any kind of Bradley Beal we've seen in the past. I mean, this is a guy that's coming off of like the last 3 years of just straight up injuries and just like how many games has he played? Probably 50% of the games he's supposed to.
Yeah. Something like
I
that.
don't think he's higher than that, really. It's been bad in terms of injury, especially he's not getting younger, so.
Yeah, in the past 3 years, 53 games. Last year, he played 6 games.
He is cooked.
He's going to like the G League, or he's going to like the Wandong Tigers or some international. Bro.
In 6 games played, he averaged 20 minutes a game and averaged 8 points on 37% from the field.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
if I'm any GM, I don't know if I'm calling up Bradley Beal. I mean, personally, I feel like he kind of just has a lot more name value than actual like player value at this point of his career. Now that's just a take that I have because, I mean, just kind of just look how he's been in his career. I mean, he played on Washington, but his stats were pretty inflated. I mean, there was no other really scorers on the team. That's why he was really dropping 30. Now, he was a good scorer those days. That was his prime, but that was what, 5 years ago now? Then he went to go play in Phoenix and completely just fleeced that whole organization. I mean,
that was just a dumb team to make. Like I was mentioning earlier to Dom, I just think that was a stupid decision, getting him, Booker, and KD in the same team. It's just,
I mean, on paper it looked really good. But
it's
the problem
suicidal.
was they had no point guard running the floor.
Exactly. You're making Booker run the floor, and Booker's not good at that.
Exactly, and that's what they've been doing since then because they have no money and they're running Jalen Green now. So
the Suns are just mid. They're just mid. They got nothing.
I do think though this season they're moving in the right direction. They'll probably be like a 7 or maybe even 6 seed this year. I mean, they played well last year. I mean, I think they overperformed my expectations last year for them. This year though, I think they got better. I mean, they got Miles Bridges and a few other really good guys. Come on, Malawak developed pretty well last year, and I mean, he showed a lot of promise in the summer league. Now, summer league's not gonna show you everything because usually it doesn't 100% translate, but it gives you a pretty good idea of what you're gonna see.
It's a taste.
And yeah, so they got Kamal Malawak and they got who's their other center? Mark Williams.
Williams. Yeah.
I think they have a pretty good chance. They built a pretty good team around Booker, and come trade deadline, maybe they'll move Jalen Green for somebody good on the wing or another point guard maybe to go pair with Booker, and who knows where they'll take it from there.
Did I cut out? Did I cut out? Am I good? Am I still back here?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, I thought I cut out. Yeah. So the Suns is going to be interesting. I think they got to definitely get rid of Green. He's not offering you anything that anyone else can for cheaper and a more effective rate. So I am excited to see that team. But I think the West in general, a lot of teams just got better. And I don't think they got significantly better compared to them. So it's a lot of trying and hoping for them. So let's see how it goes.
And then the final player to touch upon is Jalen Duren. Now,
he's going back to the Pistons.
I think he goes back to the Pistons, but I would not be surprised if another team goes to try and snag him.
The problem is the team probably won't be able to snag him because he's a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
That gives Detroit the leverage to match any offer that he gets.
And I don't think any team's going to offer him insane amount of money, especially after that playoff run.
Yeah.
He kind of tanked his value with that.
Yeah. At the end of last season, I mean, he had a great regular season. I'm not sure if he was all NBA or not, but he had a really good regular season.
When is he second or third team all NBA? Or was it all defensive that he was? I don't know.
He was up there though. All I'm going to say is he had a phenomenal.
He had a great season
this year.
But it just
he was all NBA third team. He played really well. Best year of his career so far. Showed a lot of promise. But in the playoffs, I mean, as Jared Allen says, lights got too bright. And I mean, drop triple singles every game. I mean, and you can't
That was
really
just
see that out of
crazy.
your young starting center in a playoff series. That doesn't look too good. So who knows? Maybe the Pistons are going to be a little stingy with it and hold back a few dollars to try to save money on the cap.
Especially because they
So
got like a lot of new players as well. So I'm excited to see how that goes out.
yeah,
But the
I don't think
Pistons,
every other team would be like holding back. I think they'll definitely there will be some teams that are going to throw a lot of money at him because I mean he's a really good player at the end of the day. But
I
the
think it
Pistons are
happens
probably
towards
just
the
gonna
end. It happens towards the end of the. What was that? Anyways, it happens towards the end of the market. So let's see how it goes for him. Hopefully, but for me, I want him to stay because I don't want the Pistons to completely explode their whole lineup.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like now the relationship is toxic. There's no point in keeping him.
No,
They
no.
kind of need him though. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just like just a little fun little story for the beginning of the offseason and then it'll cool over. I mean, there's been plenty of tensions that we've seen with teams and then the guy never gets traded. So,
And he stays and he performs. Yeah, it happens.
yeah. So, who knows? We'll probably see if he does get moved. I think we'll probably have to wait till February. Who knows? Maybe even after that.
I mean, I definitely see Duran staying with Detroit. I would really like for him. There was a possibility that said like, if LeBron left, the Lakers go and try and get and pursue Duran, and I think Duran with Luka would have been just an interesting duo to see this season. But I definitely do think that Detroit needs Duran on their team, and he just works well with guys like Cade and Asar Thompson, and who's the other guy that's on? Not Tobias Harris because he's gone
He
now.
just left. Yeah.
Which,
Pistons?
yeah. Oh my gosh, why can I not remember his name right now? This is actually good. No, it was Asar Thompson. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Things like with the Lakers, I don't see him fitting into JJ Redick's vision, especially the way they build the team now. Is just like,
Yeah, they're not gonna pursue Jalen Duren now. They already got Walker Kessler. They already
yeah,
threw a bunch of money at him and they threw all their picks at him. So now they really don't have the assets to go get anybody else. So they threw all their money. I think they just signed. I mean, I don't think they signed anybody after Matisse Thybulle. They just did traded. My bad. They signed him the other day. I don't really think they make any moves after that. I think they got a good team.
I
And
mean, what is it?
uh,
It's Kessler, Luca, AR, Sandro, Milicek, and not
no,
Mamba.
Muscovili.
Sandro Mama. I don't know why I said Milicek. I think I was thinking of our
It's a hard
conversation
name to say. To
last
be
night,
fair,
Colin.
they got
So,
what's his name?
who's the other guy that's on their team? Oh my gosh.
They got every white boy in the league.
Yeah,
every
pretty
cold
much.
ass white boy.
Pretty much. Pretty much, man.
It's a good team, though. It's a good team.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
with
probably
Luka
gonna be like,
Doncic, I mean, Luka's going to drop 30-point triple doubles regardless. So, and I mean, Cameron Carr, the guy they just drafted, Cameron Carr, he's nice. So, yeah, I think LA's going to be good.
They also have like Quentin, right? I think Quentin Grimes is also on
off
there.
the
He's on
bench.
the
Yeah, he's
Lakers.
decent.
Yeah, they just signed Grimes too. I mean, one thing that I
Colin
really
Sexton.
like, yeah, one thing that I really like that Rob Pelinka did this offseason with the Lakers is that he signed a bunch of guys that are going to take away a lot of Luka's weaknesses and Austin Reeves' weaknesses. I mean, they signed a bunch of defensive wings. You got Quentin Grimes. You got,
Kevon Looney is also.
yeah, Kevon Looney is going to be a good backup behind.
Jared Vanderbilt. They still have. We said Mamu, Colin Sexton. We said Jaden Hardy.
Yeah, I think
So,
the Lakers do have a problem though. They do have to cut one of those guys on their team. They have too many players on their team.
well, yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't it like exceed their salary cap, right, or something like that?
No, the maximum players that you can have on a
players.
roster is 15. They have 16 on the roster right now,
Yeah,
so that
that's
means
what I
they're gonna
meant
have to
to say.
cut somebody or
It's
trade
anybody.
somebody.
That's what I meant to say. That they had the max amount of players on their team. Honestly, if I could honestly see them cutting Bronny.
Nah, he's got a guaranteed deal. That's just $5 million on their cap. That's just burnt.
I guess. I mean, they also
But at
have
the same time, it's like he
Jake
doesn't offer
LaRavia.
anything.
They have Jake
Just
Laver. How do you pronounce it?
Laravia, yeah.
Laravia.
Laravia. Jake LaRavia and Dalton Connect. So I think that's who we were thinking of. It was Dalton Connect.
Yeah, they'll probably trade Dalton Connect for like maybe a few second-round picks.
Yeah,
Like
most
two,
likely.
I think.
They fucked
But-
him up though. He was actually looking decent at some point.
Yeah, and then after that trade, or the lack thereof, I should say,
They fucked
just-
him up mentally. He's a young kid, those type of things kind of ruin
he just kind of fell off a bridge
you.
after that.
Before we get to this little last quick segment, Colin, is there any thoughts you had on the World Cup?
I thought it was the final game. I think the third place game was a lot more exciting than the final. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a soccer fan, but I thought it was really good. I mean, yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I'm not too well versed in soccer, so yeah.
That's fair.
That's fair.
I wouldn't really
Now,
comment on something I don't know about.
Now, just a little little talk. We always do this now, especially just pop culture talk really quickly. Are there any things you guys are watching? Because I was telling Rob before, that the documentary show on Netflix I was telling you about, WW Unreal. I just watched the third season. I finished that today, and I started rewatching Sons of Anarchy because it has been a hot minute since I've actually watched that show. It's been since 2021 since I watched that show. So
I've never started it.
it's very nice to go back to watch the show. I forget how much I really love the show. But yeah, I'm watching Sons of Anarchy. And then next week, me, Colin, and a bunch of our friends are actually going to see Spider-Man opening night. So I'm very excited for that. Rob, if you would love to pull up, let me know. We would love to have you.
You guys are coming to another show, or you?
Nah, we're going to be in AMC Portchester.
Boo.
Yeah, that's like, Rob's like, nah, it's too far for me.
No, Portchester. I could just take the train up. It's literally down here. So
I mean, it's up to you. It depends what you're doing. If you want to
well, what day is it? Opening
Thursday,
night?
We're
Thursday.
making plans on this show right now.
Hey, unguided as hell, man. Trust. We do whatever.
Bro, we made the plan of him coming to my birthday on the show. Like,
Hell yeah, dude! Happy birthday, Dom.
Have to burn it down.
oh yeah, by this will be the first episode that we recorded where I'm actually officially 21.
Dom, do a shoey for the show.
Chug.
That's just straight water. Zero alcohol content.
It's a blue drink. Like,
It's
come on.
Gatorade. It's Gatorade.
Oh shit.
Gotta get them electrolytes in.
Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah. Other pop culture talk. I mean, this past week I watched The Odyssey.
Me too. What were your thoughts on the Odyssey?
I think it is one of the most surreal experiences I've had coming out of a movie theater.
I need to go see that movie so bad.
I think it was just so incredible. I watched it in IMAX.
Yeah, the cinematography that Christopher Nolan put into that movie was just beautiful. I mean, the storyline was really good.
Let me ask you both you guys a quick question. Did you guys see it in IMAX?
IMAX for me.
Yeah.
Okay. When I call you after the show, Colin, we actually got to talk about the Odyssey because I do need to. We got to make plans for that because I've been wanting to go see the Odyssey for a while now.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It's so
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of like really long movies, but I mean the pacing is really well done by Christopher Nolan and that whole
3
team.
hours, right?
almost.
Yeah, it's about in that range.
Also,
But yeah, really well done.
I did chug it, by the way, so you guys owe me $1.
That was not in the contract.
I did not agree to money.
Rob, is that in the contract?
I did not hear anything.
Ask the guy behind you, not Dom. Ask the other guy behind you. Is that in the contract?
Cam, is there money involved in this?
No. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, we heard Cam. He said no.
Okay, well, he's actually not here to speak for himself. Anyways, no, I'm actually glad because I actually really want to go see the Odyssey. On top of that, Monday we got the trailer for Avengers Doomsday, and then today we actually got the trailer for Clayface that's coming out later this year. And Clayface looks really, really, really interesting. It's very, very creepy. It's DC's attempt of doing body horror, so it's very interesting to me. It's done by Mike Flanagan, who's done a lot of the like Stephen King films that have come out recently, like the Stephen King films that have come out recently, like Doctor Sleep, and I think he also worked on It, like a little bit of It. And there was something else he worked on too that he's very known for. So it's very interesting to me, Clayface, but Doomsday just looks remarkable. I mean, I'm just very excited for it. I know Rob is definitely more keen to seeing the other film that's coming out on Doomsday, and that's Dune 3. What is it, Dune Prophecy?
Messiah.
Oh, Messiah, that's right.
I
They
mean,
come out the same day.
They do come out the
Yeah.
same day.
Oh, that's gonna be nuts, dude.
I know.
so Dom, you said for you the Avengers trailer was great. For me, it was the complete opposite. I just did not. I did not feel anything watching that trailer.
I've been
I don't
seeing
know.
so many graphics with the 2018 Cavs because of that trailer, dude. That's
Like,
been my whole Instagram feed.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because these past couple years, Marvel hasn't really wowed me. But this is just a culmination of these last couple years for me. It's just you put some big names, you put some big stars, and you just send them fight the big bad.
I agree. With Endgame, there was like what a 10+ year buildup.
Decade
This
of
was
buildup,
like
yeah.
a few months.
Yeah, it was
Not
like
even
not
a
even
few
a year
months.
build up.
Yeah,
I
the only
definitely agree
bit
with
that we even got to hear about Doom was what Fantastic Four, which came out last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
1 year of buildup compared to 10+ years of buildup.
It
I don't
just
know. We
feels
were
like they're
kind of
just sending
spoiled.
the
We
dude.
were kind of spoiled with the whole Infinity Saga. And they really just had no direction. Disney really had no direction with what they were doing for
I mean, I
what they have
I
now.
do like how they tried doing something different by incorporating the multiverse and doing Kang, but after the whole, and me and Rob touched upon this last week, after the whole like Jonathan Major situation, it just
No, I don't think it was because of Jonathan Majors. I think it was because Ant-Man Quantumania bombed and they
that
realized,
too.
shit, we
But
can't
that
do
too.
this.
Well, that's why I feel like they also had to go with Doom because Doom was just more of a popular villain. But also, if you look at it, the route that they are going, Doom does Doom does fit to being that ultimate big bad, especially for the way that they're adapting Secret Wars because they're adapting the 2016 Secret Wars storyline.
But it
So
feels like it comes out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
that's like my own thing. Because people are gonna say, "Oh, it's Doom. You know who Doom is. You know the multiverse stuff." I'm like, you're incorporating a quote unquote massive villain that's capable of stopping Thor, something you showed in the trailer, by the way, with two fingers. And I'm supposed to believe that anyone in this universe is capable of stopping him. I'm just accepting the fact that they're going to lose. I'm accepting the fact that this guy just pops out of nowhere. You know, there's many characters you're not showing, Doctor Strange and whatnot, that simply just disappeared out of your timeline.
yeah,
So,
like Wanda is dead, like Scarlet Witch is dead, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I dead ass forgot that Scarlet Witch died.
and then you're incorporating all the X-Men and whatnot, and I'm like, where is this all coming from? How are you going to tie this all together in like a 2-3 hour movie at most?
Yeah, and that's the problem. And Dom, I would consider you probably one of the bigger Marvel fans that I know. No pun intended, but no. But in all seriousness, though,
Hey, also on a side note, I expect a Shaq jersey from you for Christmas.
What is it, Celtic
you
Shack?
gotta be good then.
I'll be good.
You heard it here first, folks.
Okay. Dom is
But
getting a Celtic Shack jersey.
Fuck off. If I get a Celtic Shaq
no,
jersey,
not even Celtics Shack. Phoenix Suns Shack.
it's still getting
Not
burned.
even Celtics. That's too mainstream.
are my fire.
you know what we made s'mores on? That's getting burned in that fucking thing. Yeah,
Why?
I'm not wearing a Suns Shaq jersey.
But you'll wear a Celtics Shack jersey?
Hell no.
How about like a Miami Heat Shack?
He wasn't the worst there.
He wasn't the worst.
You
I would
want
rather,
a ring?
I would rather wear my Lakers Shaq.
What about Cavs Shack?
See, I would wear that because I've been compared to Cav Shaq. So you know what? I would wear that.
From who?
you
compares you to
and
Cav
Billy
Shaq?
said it to me one time as a joke when we played
Oh,
basketball.
when we were hooping. Yeah.
When we were hooping.
No, but what was I talking about? Yeah, with the MCU, it's just like I don't know. They're just kind of too like Disney's just way too quick to switch up on their ideas. I mean, whenever a
No,
movie
and I agree
bombs,
with
they
that.
just kind of like immediately like, all right, that just didn't exist. Like Eternals, like we haven't heard shit about the Eternals since that movie came out. There's so many
But
storylines that they just like completely ditched. You know?
the thing is, like with the Eternals, they mentioned the Celestial in Captain America, so they do exist in this timeline.
Exactly.
But
And with
where are
Sam
they?
Wilson, they gave Sam Wilson his own Captain America movie, but he doesn't even fit the captain, like Captain America. Like he's just not that. Like it's so underwhelming to the point where it's like, okay, he's not Steve Rogers and he won't be Steve Rogers. So then they had to bring Chris Evans back, and it's like that's the whole problem with Doomsday is that like you just see Thor with a bunch of other people, and that's why we keep getting the
Did you?
2018 Cleveland Cavaliers.
I think it was you, Rob. I may have showed it to you, Colin, but I think it was you, Rob. It was in the Inside the NBA group chat where you put in the joke when the trailer came out, where it was like, "This is the Avengers are in like this." Yeah. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So Doctor Strange signed with Doom. Salary dumped Spider-Man to the Defenders for picks. Scarlet Witch out with a torn ACL. Assigned the Hulk to the G League. The second apron is ruining the Avengers.
That's jokes.
It's like, but no, I honestly, and this is not me coming at Disney at all, because we don't want to get sued, especially. But at the same time,
Hey, this is constructive criticism.
I 100% agree with the fact, Colin, that they did switch up really too quick on the whole stories and everything. And like I said, there's some things of the multiverse saga that I love. Like, again, I love No Way Home. I love Moon Knight. I love Daredevil Born Again. I love Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, there's definitely movies and projects I like, but for an overall story, I feel like with the multiverse saga, I want more with it that's leading up to Doomsday. And, even to a fact, and I get it. I understand that they were trying to build everything around Kang and everything. And just because of, because of the Jonathan Majors thing and because of, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania not doing as well as they expected, they had to change ship.
For me, they could have just recast Jonathan Majors. Even though the movie bombed, you could have definitely just kept the story going, see where you went wrong, and actually try to fix it as you go. But they just panicked. They hit the eject button, and now we're in Doomsday. I don't know what the plan is long term, but I guess this is going to be the last.
I know after Secret Wars, that apparently the MCU will be going. So the MCU is supposed to be rebooting after Secret Wars, but instead of being a full-blown reboot, it will be more of a soft reboot where certain characters are going to be staying, and there's going to be certain things apparently they're going to be recasting Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. They're going to be recasting the big three. We are going to get, and this actually ties into Comic-Con this Saturday. We are supposed to be getting the cast announcement for X-Men. We're going to see the rebooted X-Men. Hopefully that means, that we do see some certain characters stay. Tom Holland stay as Spider-Man. A lot of people say that he is going to be staying as Spider-Man. And Kevin Feige has gone out to saying that they've planned about 5 more Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland attached. And honestly, if you ask me, I think that's perfect for the fact because you can build Spider-Man up as, being that you can build Spider-Man up as being, the superhero we know him as, and then ultimately doing the story of him dying, passing it on to Miles Morales. We are going to see the Defenders and Daredevil with Charlie Cox's Daredevil, Frank Castle the Punisher, John Bernthal come back. Apparently they're going to keep. They say they're going to keep Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Wolverine, but
they're going to leave soon. Like they're getting old.
Well, at the same time, to quote Deadpool and Wolverine, till he's fucking 90. I mean, they're legit gonna push Hugh Jackman as Wolverine until he's 90.
Well, I mean, I think it's not a mistake that they did the reboot. I mean, they're doing the reboot for a reason. There's no more Iron Man. Captain America really isn't in the storyline anymore. So, that's why the movie's been flopping. Because, I mean, there haven't been any big name movies. I mean, the last Captain America movie wasn't Captain America. It was Falcon dressed up as Captain America pretty much against a Harrison Ford Red Hulk. And that movie kind of bombed too compared to the other ones. And I mean,
especially compared to the budget. Me and Rob talked about this 2 weeks ago. We
almost $400 million.
Almost $400 million they spent on top of what they filmed in June of 2023 when they did the original cut of the film where they were supposed to have Diamondback as a villain and Seth Rollins was playing one of the villains, and then adding in everything with the reshoots by including Giancarlo Esposito as Signwinder, which that's another thing to it. we completely wasted such a phenomenal actor. And
That's
that's
most
another.
MCU projects, though.
That's one of my biggest problems with MCU. We are wasting such phenomenal actors right now. Giancarlo Esposito could have played someone, could have played Professor X, could have played Norman Osborn, could have played anyone. Hell, you could have recasted Kang with Giancarlo Esposito, but we put him as Sidewinder, a character that very little like diehard comic book fans know. And I'm as a diehard comic book fan, I didn't even know who Sidewinder even was until I watched the movie.
Yeah, and that's the problem. The reason why that they're doing this soft reboot even in the first place is because they realize, okay, we don't have all these big name characters in our movies anymore. We need to fix that. Now, how do we fit that into the storyline? So with the multiverse saga and the way that they're going to come to a close with that, with the whole Doomsday Secret Wars thing, I mean, that's just kind of their way of escaping that this whole era of just disappointment. I'm just gonna say, because I mean, I think they peaked at Endgame, and then they didn't necessarily have a plan for what they were gonna do for the next 5-10 years,
Yes, I agree.
and
And
that's the problem.
And me and Rob, me and Rob said the same. Like there's been stuff that I've enjoyed ever after Endgame, and I just said it. There's been stuff I've enjoyed after Endgame. There's been stuff you guys have probably enjoyed after Endgame, but there wasn't. The biggest problem was the consistency because, once Phase 4 started, and from 2021 to at least 2023, even to a fact you go 2024. Because I'm not gonna lie, they did not need to give Agatha her own fucking TV show. You can make the point that the only thing Marvel was focusing on was quantity over quality, and that's why I was happy to hear both Bob Iger and Kevin Feige say, "Listen, we want to focus on the quality of our projects." That's why you've been seeing Fantastic Four was a better film than some of the stuff we got, from 2021, 2022, 2023. Why Thunderbolts was one of the best Marvel films out of after Endgame. Like, that's why we're seeing, hopefully Brand New Day is the same way. That's what I definitely agree with you guys on. And I have been agreeing with you guys and agreeing with this, that I think they did not have a plan. And once they did find a ground for the plan, like a starting ground for the plan, it got mixed up. Not mixed up. It got messed up with the entire just, going through everything with Jonathan Majors, and then taking Kang, where, comic book fans have heard of this, people and even casuals have kind of heard of this character Kang, but because you're introducing him in this like lower tier of a movie of Ant-Man and just trying to build his momentum up from there, and it didn't do well because of it. Granted, Jonathan Majors was probably the best part of that movie. It's still just like their plan got messed up because of Ant-Man bombing.
Yeah, and I mean, once COVID started and they started doing the TV shows, I mean, they were banging out one thing after the other. They were on a roll with it, and they were just making thing after thing, and they were worrying more about the quantity. They just thought, okay, if we feed the fans goy slob, but we're still putting content out there, it's going to be good. But it wasn't good. They made the show about Agatha. Like, who cares about that?
That comes back to the point that I was just about to say. It's like, granted, like some of the TV shows are great. Like I love WandaVision.
Mhm.
I thought
And that's why Fantastic Four did so well, because people look at the Fantastic Four and they're like, okay, that's a familiar name. I know that. That's why Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, that's why they all did so well, because you look at these characters and they're like known names that like your parents are going to know.
I
And
think
not
like
anyone's going to know. Like people know Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. I mean, there really was one Incredible Hulk movie, but
I
it's
think
still like,
the only like two, to be honest, I think the only like I wouldn't say, I would say actually the only two films that I feel like a lot of people like where they didn't know the character where you're saying that, Colin. I think the only two films in my opinion were Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel, because I think that like, if you grew up watching like the cartoons as a kid, then you definitely heard of like Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. But I'd say more so you've heard of Doctor Strange. I feel like Captain Marvel was the only one where it's like kind of like out of the blue, quote unquote. But that's why I'm saying but you brought up a good point with the quantity over quality with the whole MCU and the shows they're doing for Disney Plus. Like, WandaVision was great, Loki was great, Moon Knight was great. Like, there's so many great shows they've done. Even now with Daredevil Born Again, just a great, probably the best. It might be the best MCU show. But then you take a look at them doing like, I I don't want to say Echo, but because Echo was actually not bad, but you see Echo, and then Agatha all along, and then She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, which really pisses me off. Secret Invasion, like you're doing projects maybe besides Secret Invasion that like I guess you're trying to connect it. You're having She-Hulk connect to like bringing Daredevil back into the MCU, even though No Way Home just did that like a year ago, not even from when that show came out, when She-Hulk came out. So, and you're trying to bring the Hulk back into the fray. Granted, you're doing Miss Marvel because you're starting to introduce mutants to the MCU and also tie her into the Marvels. That's great and all. But at the same time, not all those shows were exactly the best. Especially She-Hulk and Secret Invasion. Where Secret Invasion, you're taking a popular storyline from the late 2000s, early 2010s, and it was done perfectly in one of the best animated superhero shows in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and you adapt that perfectly, and then you put it into live action. Granted, and it's a Nick Fury centric show. Fantastic, you're giving Nick Fury the time he needs. He's one of my personal favorite characters in the MCU. I love Nick Fury. Samuel L. Jackson is one of my favorite actors of all time. But your story just made no sense. Your visuals were horrific. And again, comes back to the point that Rob and I just said, that you're wasting such great talent. You wasted Emilia Clarke into a role that she's never stepping into again. Where you could have had Emilia Clarke playing, I don't know, what's it, like you could have had Emilia Clarke playing like Mystique in the X-Men. You know what I mean? Like,
and then is even Secret Invasion canon to the story now, or
and it is canon, but it's like,
but we never talk about it in any other movie. So I'm like,
the only connection it had really was just the
Marvel?
Marvels.
Yeah, Marvel.
Was the Marvels. That was it. Because Nick Fury was in it. But other than that, there was no benefit really. If anything, I feel like the Skrulls is kind of an interesting story that you can actually build upon and have that. Like, you could have done Secret Invasion as like a movie, and you could have built up the Skrulls as being this race and build it up, in multiple projects. But Marvel did not care about that. I can't believe I wasted my time in 2023 watching Secret Invasion. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably one of the biggest mistakes I think I've made with Marvel, was wasting my time watching that show.
If I'm going to be honest, though, I feel like throughout this phase and throughout the last years of Marvel, these last 5 years, let's just say, I feel like with this whole multiverse saga, they've been relying too much on their backbone of just using the nostalgia factor to try to make a movie be a box office hit. No Way Home was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but I feel like a big part of why that movie was so successful was because, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in it. So this has got to be a good movie. I got to see that because those movies were really good. So let's see how they adapt them into this storyline with Tom Holland. And, it was a good movie, but, it could have been better. I just feel like they kind of use that whole nostalgia factor in your face, and they've been doing that the whole multiverse saga. Is it cool? Yeah. But I don't know. Disney's they're notorious for milking stuff, and I feel like they've really been milking.
They've milked the multiverse.
The thing is, how long though? How long are we going to keep doing this whole nostalgia factor until it starts getting genuinely insulting?
I think that's why Doomsday and Secret Wars is that's the final straw, because they're supposed to be bringing back a lot of, because with Doomsday they're bringing back Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen and Sir Ian McKellen and James Marsden. Apparently they're supposed to be bringing back Hugh Jackman, Rebecca Romijn, Kelsey Grammer. They're bringing back the X-Men, and then Secret War, and there's the rumors too that Nick Cage's Ghost Rider could be in Doomsday. Toby and Andrew could be in Doomsday. And that's what they're doing with Secret Wars, where they're trying to do something where it's I'll agree to disagree with the whole nostalgia in your face, especially when it comes to No Way Home. But I definitely agree with the fact of, even though I adore the film, but it does make sense, I guess, with the multiverse with Deadpool and Wolverine. But I do agree that they are milking the nostalgia factor, Colin. So I definitely, and Rob, because you actually made that point too as well. So I definitely agree with that.
I just hope the film's good. That's all I care about. Like, I want to go into it hoping that it's good and come out of it not feeling completely insulted.
And like, here's my thing though. Like, No Way Home was the best box office wise. It was the best performing Spider-Man movie out
Yeah.
of the Tom Holland era, let's just say. Um, do you think now? This is just my question to you. Do you think it would be as successful as it was if they didn't have not Tom Holland, if they didn't have Tobey
Toby.
Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the movie?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think it would be as successful.
No.
I think so because Far From Home didn't have the nostalgia factor. And Far From Home came out after Endgame, but it was still in that Endgame era, technically.
But the
Yeah,
thing
there
was,
was
it wasn't just Toby and Andrew though. It was even the villains from the past. You had Jamie Foxx's Electrode. You had
No.
Dr.
Willem Dafoe was
Octopus.
coming back.
No, Colin, no. I know. I 100% agree. I'm saying, I think
And the whole scene where you just have Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, like being all like clueless and shit in Peter's apartment.
I think
Peter just has all the villains in his apartment. Like, what is that? Like the writing, I feel like they just got like weird with the writing throughout this whole like last few phases too. Like they could have done so much more with this, and they just didn't capitalize on the opportunity that they had with a lot of these different situations with these movies. I think it's just been a writing problem, honestly.
A
I
take that I
agree.
had, like a take that I had a couple years ago, and I think some people came to the same conclusion. It felt like every movie or every show even had different writers in the sense that one movie could have like three, four writers kind of like bashing heads, trying to like figure out a way to structure all their ideas together. And it becomes like multiple stories that kind of just convolute into each other that don't really make sense.
There was no flow. There was no chemistry with what the storyline was. You
They're
had
just
too
like,
many
let's
chefs in
go
the
from
kitchen.
point, yeah, it was go from point A to point B to point C to point D, and then let's send it in. It's not gonna work. I didn't think it worked. A lot of these stories felt flat for me, and that's why I am so afraid for this new Avengers movie. I just don't know what to expect.
Fair. I mean, like I said, I agree to disagree, and it's not even just because of a biased Marvel fan. I just like, but I agree the fact that the writing has not been. I will agree that the writing has been all over the place because it definitely has been all over the place.
I mean, I think Marvel talk is making us a bit angry, or at least very confrontational. So maybe let's transition into maybe another movie that comes out the same day.
Well, I was just gonna say this because we're just gonna wrap up now. Has there been anything you guys have been watching? Other shows or like movies you guys been watching? I know Colin's been watching Sopranos recently.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
I mean, it's The Sopranos. I mean, I'm sorry. Okay, I've been watching The Sopranos, and I just watched like the first two Godfather movies. I'm sorry. It's very. I don't know. I feel like very uncultured saying this as an Italian person too. I don't know. It's just really redundant.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair. It's like those
Like-
old school shows and old school movies. It's like there's
Yeah.
not much you can really talk about outside of like maybe performances and maybe a storyline that's really sticking with you. But otherwise, these movies do kind of like loop around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently on season 5 of The Sopranos. I think the storylines have gotten really good. I mean, last season with the whole drug addiction with Christopher, and I mean, this season I'm like they're working with like Tony's relationship with Carmela after they split up. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's been a lot of good storylines.
What did you think of? I
recent
think I asked you
seasons.
this. What did you think of Pine Barrens, Colin? That was the episode where Paulie and Chris got lost in the woods.
Oh, when they were in the forest, yeah, that was funny. I like that episode.
That is widely regarded as, and it's not me just saying it. Like everyone says it. That is
the
why
best one.
not just the best episode of The Sopranos, but the best episode in television.
Ooh,
That's a little.
I'm not.
It's up there.
Stop it.
It's
That's
up there.
crazy.
I'm not saying it.
It's not the best.
No,
I'm
by
not
no
saying
means.
it. To me, it's my favorite episode, and I think it is the best episode of The Sopranos. And it's my favorite episode of The Sopranos. It's my personal favorite episode of television. But I definitely agree that it's not the best episode in television history.
I mean, there's also a few really good shows that like you just haven't watched though either. Like Game of Thrones, you gotta watch Game of Thrones.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying. Like, I agree that it's not the best episode in all of television, but to me, that's my favorite episode of The Sopranos. It's probably one of my favorite episodes in television as well. But to me, that's my favorite Sopranos episode. My top 3 favorite Sopranos episodes are the season 2 finale, Funhouse.
Okay.
I'm gonna butcher it, but is the season 3, episode 2, Provoska Livia. It was the episode Livia died, her Tony's mother.
Okay.
That newly became one because of something that happened recently that you should know, and Pine Barrens.
Okay.
I mean,
Nice.
but there's more episodes in that show that are like phenomenal. Like the Christie's intervention, one of the best. The episode where whatchamacallit? Oh my gosh, why can I not remember the name of the episode now? Oh my gosh, this is bad. The season 3 finale. Like, there's so many good episodes from The Sopranos. Like, that is like in my opinion, that is the best show of all time, and that's up as one of my favorite shows of all time. I absolutely love The Sopranos.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most highly rated shows for a reason.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, other than Sons of Anarchy, I'm rewatching. I've just been going back to rewatch the Rockies because there's a movie coming out in November. It's called I Play Rocky, and it's actually about the making of Sylvester Stallone making Rocky. And Rob, if you haven't seen the trailer, I highly recommend it.
I did. I watched it.
It honestly looks remarkable, and Rocky. This comes from someone whose one of his favorite films of all time is Rocky and Rocky 2 and the first 3 Rockies. I absolutely adore the first 3 Rockies and Rocky 4, of course. I love the Rockies, and I've been going on a Rocky rewatch. I was also going on a Spider-Man rewatch since Brand New Day is coming out. And then, of course, X-Men 97 I've been watching every week because the new episodes come out every Wednesday. Today, episode 6 came out, I want to say. Yes, episode 6 came out. And, God, that is one of the best animated shows right now. I love that show.
This is my thing about Rocky. I mean, great movie franchise. It's phenomenal. I love the movies. Sylvester Stallone did a great job with this, but he's becoming Chaz Palminteri with this whole franchise. I mean, how many times are you going to tell the story of Rocky, man? Now you got to make a movie about him making the movie. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we
Yeah.
talked about milking earlier with Disney, with Marvel, and I mean, even what they do with Star Wars. Like, talk about milking, dude. He's getting every last drop out of Rocky, dude. Like, there's so many other franchises. I mean, in the last few years, didn't he just do the new Rambo movie?
Yeah, he did Rambo. Was it Last Blood? I think it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
But
And then he did Creed 1 and Creed 2, and he wasn't in Creed 3. Well, but then also on top of that too, you guys also been doing that show that's on Paramount Plus. Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting the name of the show? Tulsa King, which is actually such a good fucking show.
exactly. So why do we keep making Rocky movies? That's the thing. If you're a good writer, like, again, we were just talking about Christopher Nolan earlier, Matt Reeves, all these great directors, why don't you go move on to a different project and come up with another franchise that's going to be fruitful like your other ones? Like Rocky, as much as he milks it, and Rambo. I mean, Rambo is amazing. Movies did really well. And I mean, the Creed franchise, really good franchise too. But correct me if I'm wrong, aren't there like 6 Rocky movies?
So it's 6 Rocky movies. It's Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Rocky 6, but it's called Rocky Balboa. And the last but to be fair, the last Rocky movie, which was Rocky Balboa, was released in 2006. So there hasn't been a new Rocky movie technically. Like, yes, the Creeds are technically Rocky movies, but it's more so they're connected to the Rocky universe.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna be so serious. Why does there gotta be 6 Rocky movies? As much as I love the Rocky movies, 1, 2, 3, 4, like
story. It's to tell his story of him going from being that boxer who lost to the first to becoming the champion to then avenging his friend who died from fucking the Russians, then to going into retirement after being the Russian, and then suffering the tragedy of losing his wife to come back out of retirement to honor his legacy and to honor hers. That's what
do you need 6 movies for that?
I see your point. But
you don't need 6 movies for that. I mean, dude, the middle point of your whole like statement there was the 4th movie. Avenging his friend was the second part of that whole statement you made. That's number 4. You had 3 other movies for that. Like, I mean, that's just my problem with the Rocky franchise. I mean, I just think they're really just overdoing it now because now we're making a movie about making a movie.
Yeah, but you could be saying the same fucking thing. No, Rob, you're laughing. But you could be saying the same thing with a lot of other things, though, too.
Like what?
Well, the actor who's playing Sylvester Stallone in this movie did a show called The Offer, which was a show of making The Godfather. And again, don't get me wrong, Godfather, my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. Did we really need a show of the making of The Godfather?
This is what documentaries are for, people.
Exactly. I'll be honest.
Documentaries are for.
I love movies. Like, this is my dream career, being a cinematographer and everything. We do not need movies about movies. It's unnecessary. Make that a documentary if you want to make it like a 2-part documentary.
Yeah, like they've done so many Netflix series of just like Olympic championship runs. We just saw the Redeem Team, and I mean, they did the whole Last Dance with the Bulls, and I mean, there's been how many Michael Jackson documentaries? You just so many documentaries about all these different things. Sports documentaries, celebrity documentaries. They could definitely make movie documentaries too. I know they probably made one for Sopranos. Am I wrong though?
They did. It's on HBO Max. When you're done with this show, watch it. It's 4 episodes. It's legit like 4 episodes, Colin. It's
exactly. So if instead of making a movie, why don't you make a documentary?
Well,
Yeah,
it
makes more sense.
More interesting.
But then on top of that too, that you can also bring in the whole fact of what if they're making a movie to connect into the entire universe? You know, you can do that with Creed. Sopranos did it with Many Saints of Newark. You know what I mean?
No, I don't see it.
But with the making of Rocky?
No. I'm saying no. I'm just saying in general, like in a general sense of making movies about a TV show. You're making the movie about a TV show or making a movie about that's connected to a TV show to connect in the universe. Like I was saying, for example, you're making the Creeds because they're connecting to Rocky. You get what I mean? Like,
no. I mean,
I'm phrasing it wrong. I'm telling you that right now. I am phrasing it wrong.
No, I get what you're saying, but I don't see how that would possibly be a part of the universe because you're writing a movie about writing the movie.
No. This is separate, Colin. This is a separate conversation.
Okay.
This is a totally separate conversation.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, but then you also have, and then you have movies that connect into the universes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm not saying
it's a sequel.
A sequel or a prequel. That's what I'm trying to, like, get at, too. It's like, at this, granted, the Creed franchise, phenomenal. But did we need a Creed franchise? That's the question. I'm not saying we didn't need it.
I think we did need it, kind of. I mean, it would make more sense. I mean, it tells a different story. It's just like Rocky is like a side character in it.
Yeah. Or
it's a spinoff. And it was a successful spinoff because you have a really talented actor in Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Who's in the Creed movies. And the Creed movies were really good because it showed Michael B. Jordan as his own character, as his own lead to it. It wasn't like it was a Rocky movie. Like when you think of the Creed movies, you're like, oh yeah, the Creed movies, not like, oh yeah, the Rocky spinoff
movie. No,
with this thing, that's a sequel. That's how a sequel works. This whole thing about this new movie that they're talking about writing Rocky, I mean, that doesn't really fit the description of a prequel or a sequel.
No. This was just a separate conversation.
Okay.
This is like that had nothing to do with that conversation. But I understand the point of, like, you could have made the documentary to do it. I guess some people wanted, like, make movies or like a TV show because they want to show the process of it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm not excited for I Play Rocky. I'm really excited for I Play Rocky. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be one of my favorite films this year. But at the same time, I do see the point that you and Rob are making where there's no benefit to really making a movie or a TV show about making a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I
why
mean, it's
documentaries exist. Like you want you want a format that's separate from the film. You don't want like a 3-act structure or anything. You just want to sit down, be like, okay, this is how we started the film. You get the actors, you get the directors, kind of like giving you insight on what happened. This just feels like, oh, uh, a fictional story of a guy making a movie when it's actually a real guy that exists, and oh, look, it's based on a true story. All these movies that say like based on a true story, you know, they're good. Don't get me wrong. A lot of them are good. They're fun to watch, but at the same time, they're unnecessary sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Oh my gosh, the same bot is following me. This thing's annoying, dude. This is actually annoying.
the hus hitting you up though.
Yeah,
The
okay.
porn bots.
Rob, fuck up right now.
It's because you keep connecting your account to the porn websites, so they kind of
It's
link
not.
the thing.
It's really not.
Dumb, bro. I told you to use your other email, bro.
Anyways, I think it's actually now time to wrap up Unguided Punks. We have now.
Great topic. I love it.
We got to wrap it. He's got to go to the toilet, do his business. You know what I mean? Switch accounts.
I'm gonna have to tell you something when we get on FaceTime. You in your chair right there. Yes, you. No, not
Both
you,
in
Rob.
chairs. What's Rob sitting?
Am I standing?
Rob's levitating.
Yeah, he's at a standing desk right now.
Yeah, Rob has superpowers. Anyways, this has been episode 5 of Unguided Punks. Colin, it was actually nice for you to come on finally because we actually never had you on Unguided Punks. We had you. We did.
I kind of was. I was kind of just like in like the background. I was.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah, that was episode 2. He was in the background.
Episode 2, yeah.
Which honestly is still my favorite episode from the summer sessions that we have filmed because of this fucking guy right here and his editing.
I had to edit so much in that. You guys were so annoying.
Shout out DeAndre Drummond, by the way.
Oh yeah. So yeah, now the new thing is, Rob, is I actually said DeAndre Drummond for episode 4 when I was talking about Andre Drummond, and I was actually thinking about DeAndre 8.
I was clip farming. I was clip farming the whole episode.
Anyways, this has been Unguided Punks episode 5. Colin, thank you for coming on. If you would like, where can everybody find you?
Colin.Barden07 on Instagram. Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. This was a good time.
We gotta have you on. I'm very upset because we were supposed to have Manny on. Shout out Manny, but Manny could not make it. Next week though, we actually do have Rob. We actually have Pete coming on next week with us. So
okay.
You had to think about that. Rob had to think about who Pete was for a second.
Damn, dude, shut up. I don't want them to see my face.
No, they don't want to see Cam's face. That's why you're hiding Cam's face.
Shout out Cam. By the way, we still love Cam.
We're gonna tag his Instagram right here.
God damn it, bro.
Rob, where can everybody find you?
Rob.ouedo on Instagram. And I'm tired. I'm sorry. I forgot. I don't got any other accounts.
You guys can follow me at Dominic Romano 8 on Instagram and D_Romano 05 on TikTok. You can go follow Unguided Punks on Instagram and go follow the Unguided Punks YouTube channel at Unguided Punks. Thank you for watching episode 5. Colin, thank you for coming on again. And next week, hopefully, we get episode 6 rolling. We will be having Pete on next week. Hopefully, Cam is alive. Hopefully not. Who knows? He got abused according to episode 2 of this show. So,
okay.
Hey, I'm not saying anything.
It was Rob's fault, by the way, that he got abused.
Okay, we're blaming me for shit again. Okay.
Okay, fine. It wasn't your fault. It was Philippe's fault. Let's be honest here.
Okay, yeah, let's blame Philippe.
Shout out Philippe. Anyways, this has been Unguided Punks episode 5. Go check out episode 4, which dropped. What was it? Last week? We dropped episode 4.
Yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yes, no, it was last week. It was last week. Go watch episode 4. We dropped last week. Go Go watch this episode when we drop this. Dude, I am so tired right now, too. It's not even funny. Watch this episode when this episode drops, and stay tuned for episode 6 next week. We will see you guys next week with episode 6.
I
I should